Hello, hello. Hope everybody is having a great day. I am going to invite Malik. I'm not sure if Everett is going to be able to join us. I don't think he is, to be completely honest, but I'll send him an invite anyway. Hope you guys, again, like I was saying, hope you guys all having a great day. I had a busy day, in case y'all were wondering. Just waiting for good old Malik to tap in. Hey E, I sent you a invite if you can join. I don't know if you can. If you can't, it's fine. I don't know why the screen is like half in black. Are you there, E? I don't know if that's you trying to log in. Don't know what's going on. Yeah, that was E. Try again, E. I'll send you another invite. That's E. Again. Don't know what's going on. Malik, I sent you a saying you joined too, but I only see, I don't know, this Instagram thing be tripping. Tripping. Hey Malik, I see you said hi. I sent you an invite and stuff. I sent you an invite too. I don't know what's going on. You guys try again. If it doesn't work, then we shall do this again. Try to you try to do the request,
Says I'm coming through.
Yeah, tried to join twice, but whenever he tries it, like the screen is black. I don't know, it's weird. So, but that was based on the request I sent him. Let's see.
You want to restart it real quick?
Because I just added him. See what happens. If this doesn't work, then I'll restart it. This is See how his thing is black.
Yeah.
That's what it's doing before, and I don't think he can hear us.
Okay.
How you doing? Kia got the juice.
What's up, Kia? What's going on? Okay.
I don't know what you got
That's
going on
Kyle's.
here, bro.
What's up, Kai?
Oh, it's Kai. Is that how you say her name? Say their
Yeah,
name.
yeah, I know her.
How you doing, Kai?
How you doing? Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on. He's probably gonna keep trying. It's all good if he can't join. Try again.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I don't know. I guess we can start without him.
He's still trying. If it don't work, try with your other page.
Right. Facts.
Malik, you having a good day?
Mm-hmm. Busy, but good. Still trying to move forward.
Yeah. If you can hear me, bro, try logging
I'm
on with your
on the
other
plane,
page.
so it might just not let me. Oh,
Oh,
look at you! You
excuse
on the,
me, Mister. I'm in the sky with it.
you got that
You ain't got
presidential
to
Wi-Fi.
join.
It just
Yeah,
won't let
just
you
come
stay
in.
alive.
You ain't gotta tap in, Mister. E-money bags flying in the sky.
He bought the plain Wi-Fi package.
I'm trying to tell you, I just want to be like him when I grow up,
Mm.
doing it big.
Now, how about you just flirt with the Cash App? Praise God, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Throw some praise that way. I want to see the praise inside my account a little bit, man. Just
Right, Malik, you almost finished eating, good brother.
it was just a little bar. I'm drinking water. I'm thirsty.
Oh, okay, okay.
So we
Right?
can pass out on live.
He over there smacking, smacking and smacking.
Right.
All right, so I pulled out the card game. And so the way we're gonna do this again, this time is gonna be a little different. Right.
I'm sorry, guys.
Let's
Y'all gotta
be
do
real
it.
lax. You were eating on
I'm
air.
sorry. It's What's Up Wednesday, man.
I can't even knock it. I was eating last week, so it's all good. Because y'all know me. Anybody knows me, I'm gonna eat. Okay, I'm not about to be playing those games. So when I get to the states, when I get to the states, you we getting too comfy, whatever. But Sam gonna eat. So anyway, we got the relationship game. This is what the box looks like. Boop. Relationship debates. So we're gonna do it a little bit different. Malik and I were talking. So how we're gonna do it this go round is I'm gonna pull a card. We're gonna ask questions. We're gonna do this question, and then if there's other questions, we're gonna just ask them as opposed to just pulling card after card. And if we run out of questions, we can just pull another card. Okay. So let me spread it out. I didn't even shuffle it. Let me shuffle it. Kind of holding my phone in my hand. So
All right,
I'm gonna
let me
do it
reschedule live.
like real bootleg shuffle. New games, nah, it's an old game, but we just remixed it. And we just remixed the old game. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. We do have some new games coming though. Y'all stay tuned for that. All right, first card. Now I'm gonna read it. If we did this card before, y'all tell me. So it says your significant other has an opposite sex best friend who likes them romantically. Your significant other reasons that it's okay to remain friends because the feelings are not mutual and nothing inappropriate has ever happened. Do you agree or explain? Do you agree? If so, explain.
Hmm.
Now tap E and see what happens. What you
Who
think,
knows?
Malik?
You're on that presidential Wi-Fi.
Yeah, nah, that's that. I'm in the sky Wi-Fi. It still ain't popping, bro.
Yeah, it's still not working, man.
Yeah, you might have to just go ahead and comment. Good brother.
But so what's going
Excuse
on
me.
is that your significant other has I guess, a best friend.
Mm-hmm.
And she, well, I guess in my case, right, it's a female,
Mm-hmm.
and she has a male best friend that likes her.
Your significant other, your boo thing.
All
Let's
right.
say your girlfriend. Her best friend is a dude.
Yep.
Homeboy likes her,
Hmm.
but she thinks it's cool for them to be best friends because nothing has ever happened, and nothing inappropriate has ever happened, and the feelings are not mutual. It's all good, E. Just go ahead and just comment.
Mm,
Do you think it says, do you agree that that's the case, or and explain?
oh, thanks for bringing back E. I don't agree with it. I think she should end it. I mean,
Explain. It's her
well,
best friend, her bestie.
well, I guess me personally, I might not care too much if they're best friends, but
Hey,
let's
the
say
bald and the
if it's
beautiful.
like a different person, if your partner's not okay with it, I think you should probably like step back a little bit.
Step back a little bit, or just cut them off completely, cold turkey.
Well, I don't know. I just think you would try to find a compromise. Like I won't talk to him as much or see him without like a third party around or something like that. Just something to make your partner feel secure in that relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're
Mm-hmm.
not insecure about it, then I think it's fine. What's up, Ambitious Cube? The
Yeah,
ball
what's
is
going on, Ambitious Scoop?
What do you think?
Hmm. That's a tough one because men and women are so different, right? Like That's a tough one. Because, most men that I know of believe that it's that men cannot be friends with females without being attracted to them. It's not true in all cases, but a lot of men I know have that feeling. And so, you know, with the shoe being on the other foot, I don't know if I would feel that same way, but honestly, I think I would be fine with him continuing to be her friend because there's also a trust factor there. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be able to trust your significant other.
Right.
And if they're saying nothing inappropriate has ever happened, and just because they like them, that's something that she got to live with. You know what I'm saying? So I don't
Yeah.
know. That one's tough. I do think she got to live with it. And Everett said, as a real one, I'm thinking all these dudes want her anyway, so she can keep it. At the end of the day, it's on her to control the situation. So I'm gonna give her the space to handle it. Yeah, I think we're all kind of on the same
But
page with
I
that.
do
What's
think a
going on,
guy can
Edith?
be best friends with a girl though.
Huh?
I think a guy can be friends with a girl.
I think so too, but there's a lot. I'm just saying, there's a lot of guys that I
I mean, it's
know
just harder. I
that
think it's
have
just
that
harder.
that have that attitude. Yeah, is
But
it
if
really?
there's an
Why?
attraction there, it's just harder, but it's not
But
impossible.
can you be friends? Can a guy be friends with a girl he's not attracted to?
That he's not attracted to, yeah.
Okay. Because sometimes you hear stories about guys like, nah, every girl that I know is attractive. It's like, okay,
I don't
you
know.
know what I'm saying?
That's just when a guy trying to brag or something. It's okay to not have all your friends be all this attractive.
Yeah,
You
you
know,
don't have to be honestly.
right? Not all your friends have to
Yeah,
be like, smoking hot.
right. He agrees. He gave us a thumbs up.
Right.
So, all right, I'm gonna do another question. Hey, girl, what's going on?
What's up?
It says forgive her cheat. A woman agrees to forgive her cheating significant other under the condition that she gets a free pass to have sex with the person of her choosing. He is furious at the suggestion. Does he have a valid reason to be upset? Explain.
Mm. I'll let you go
Come
there.
on, Shantae. Shantae's jumping in.
Oh, she's commenting more. Oh.
Yeah, she's coming in. I just brought her in.
Oh. Oh.
Hey,
What's up,
Shantae.
Shantae?
Hi,
Hi.
friends.
Hi.
I didn't even know it was you until like the little bubble is too small for me.
Yeah, so
We're gonna get you a stronger
I just
prescription.
go based off the ID names.
so just so our counterpoise viewers know, Shantae is one of our fellow coolie buddies. We went to law school with her as well. And so she is also amazing and she decided to tap in with us today. Thank you.
Hi, everybody.
So we are playing a game
I ain't
today. I
like
know
that question.
you ain't like it.
That question. Well,
So
ladies
what's your
first.
answer?
If y'all feel like y'all gotta cheat and to make you feel whole
So
again,
Dr.
that's
Hayes,
some
what's going
lawyer
on,
talk right
Wilmington
there.
Boy?
To feel whole again, right? But to feel whole again, you got to get a pass. Y'all don't need to be together. Y'all ain't equally yoked. This ain't it.
Yeah.
Cause I mean, returning hurt for hurt never helped anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And better believe men can't take what they give, and that'll destroy him. It will do something to him that none of us are prepared to handle.
Yep. That is the absolute truth. That is a fact. Men cannot handle what women. If a woman does the same thing to a man, he cannot handle it. That is
Can't
a
do it.
fact.
Okay.
Come on, hold it down.
Wait, what, Malik?
Malik, this is what it's like for me
Go
every
ahead.
week.
Answer the
Welcome to the
question, Sam.
party.
I'm waiting on you. Answer the question. I'll go last. What's up,
Okay,
Vaughn?
you want me to answer? All right.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Vaughn?
So, I'm going to read it again for people who are still tapping in. A woman agrees to forgive her cheating significant other under the condition that she gets to have a free pass to have sex with the person of her choosing. He is furious at the suggestion. Does he have a valid reason to be upset? Explain. So this is how I feel. I feel like he absolutely has a valid reason to be upset. However, you made your bed. You made your
Right,
bed.
what's up,
So,
Andre?
you know what I'm saying? I think that
Right, right.
if she makes that choice, it's gonna be a hard pill to swallow, buddy. You should have thought about that before you cheated.
Y'all need to not be together. Just break up. This ain't it. This ain't it. Break up.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, like, yeah, he has a valid reason to be upset because I mean, dang, she's just coming out like, yo, since you did this, I'm gonna cheat on you now. It's like, well, you can say no to that. Like, you don't have to accept that deal. Like, she's
Right.
But
just
why
But
does
like,
he
still,
have to
oh
accept
yeah,
it?
but
I'm just gonna have sex with a homeboy down the street. So, yeah, you good because of your mistake. Because just think about it. Maybe she was treating him right. Maybe something bad happened. I'm not condoning his activity. Not saying he's right, but she could have contributed to the cheating. Just because a man cheats doesn't mean it's always 100% on him. Maybe so there's something she's doing or
Malik.
not doing to lead him to the cheating. He could be a
Malik,
good
no.
guy.
Malik,
We
Malik,
don't
you
know.
said
We,
that.
we don't know all the story. Everybody always wants to blame the cheater. But what
Let me tell
about the
you
one
something,
they
Shantae.
cheated
Every time we
on?
do these
What
relationship
about
things,
that person? What
every time
about
we do
that
these
person?
relationship things, I'm always surprised at Malik's
I
responses.
can't, Malik, you wasn't like this in law school. I'm gonna say that much.
Well, I wasn't
Where
like,
is
what?
my sweet Malik?
What are you talking about? I'm still, I'm
I
still
just,
the same.
I mean,
Still
yeah.
grinding. Ain't nothing changed, but maybe a little change.
So, Ambitious Scoop said, I don't condone cheating. However, cheating is not going to validate or make her feel better by doing the same thing.
Right. She's not gonna feel better afterwards. Like
She
that's just
not.
a band-aid on a bullet hole. Let me tell you something. Women are, I don't want to say we're emotional, but a lot of the things that we do are tied to our emotions. So when we sleep with someone else, like that's a big deal. You know what I mean? We just
Mhm.
don't hit it and quit it and go. Like, guys, we don't have that button that y'all have, that y'all say y'all have.
Mhm.
Tell
Mhm.
But
that to all the hot summer girls. You can't tell these girls nothing nowadays. You talking about
Not
they
hot
don't have
summer
not the
girl.
hot
relationships
summer.
out here. They talk about all kinds of nasty stuff, and you talk about, well, it's so emotional. We care. You know what? I think men are more emotional when it comes to love. Honestly, that's like a
Honestly, I
low-key
think
thing.
that women are sensitive and men are emotional.
Yeah, I think we love a little harder than y'all do.
Ah,
I don't know about all that,
I
Malik.
Y'all just
am.
more emotional.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I don't know about
Because
men
think
loving
about it.
harder.
We get very territorial if y'all trying to cheat. We like to
That's a
control
that's a
it a
that's
little
a that's
more.
a
That's emotional.
Think
testosterone
about
thing.
it.
Reel that back in, boss, because you didn't get that. You didn't give me that energy when you cheated. Reel that back
Right.
in.
Right.
See, it's
Yeah, no,
about what you did
that's
at
just
home. If you was
testosterone.
taking care of the home and you was doing what you're
See,
supposed to do
what
Oh,
is
instead of
this?
sis,
trying to
I didn't
take
even know
pictures
you
on
had this in
Instagram with the
you. Oh my
girls
God. I didn't
and
even
trying
know
to have
you had
these
this in you.
hot girl
Oh
Hold on,
my
summer
let's go to the
vacations.
comments. Wilmington Boy 112. The question was, I'm read it again. Your significant other has an opposite. Nope, that's the wrong question. That was the first question. Listen,
Oh, the other
a
one.
woman agrees to forgive her cheating significant other under the condition that she gets to have a free pass to have sex with the person of her choosing. He is furious at the suggestion. Does he have a valid reason to be upset? Explain. What's going on? Baker Road.
Right, right, right.
Um, let's see. We
She's
got
just trying to rub it in his face. Just very disrespectful with it.
cheating is cheating. Is no gray
Oh,
area.
wait,
The two
wait,
women
wait,
can
wait,
voice it.
wait, wait. Did you hear Malik?
Now,
No,
no,
it's what
no.
Everett wrote.
No,
Everett was
Everett
like,
wrote, "A,
Oh,
she's
Everett
wild for
said
trying."
that? E,
Yeah.
bruh. For real?
Hold
You?
on. He said, "A, she's wild for trying to get a cheat pass validated." A Wilmington boy said, regardless of sex and gender, it's cheating. It's not just the two of them, no sides. Yeah, that's true. That's true. He also said either leave or do what you do what you do. Then gotta rub it in his face.
Yeah.
Ambitious
In his
Scoop
face.
says,
Hello,
of
wait a
her,
minute.
wait a minute. Ambitious Scoop said, of her choosing, she's just as guilty as he was.
Facts.
Hello.
I mean, she's not gonna go if she's gonna get the pass. She ain't gonna go sleep with somebody else's choosing.
Oh, I am so like this.
Hold on, no, I got you, Shante. Hold on, let me just finish reading the comments. Wilmington Boy said, "It's no gray area. If the things are not the way that they are, they need to discuss end the relationship and go out with the other. All that beforehand." E said, "If she has someone in mind, she was already cheating, so therefore y'all equal." I don't know about that one, E. And then Wilmington Boy said, the thing about it is that the topic and the issue should be discussed before establishing a relationship to see what actions do cross the line of non-approval. So go ahead, Shantae. What you gonna
Go
say?
ahead, Shante.
I have notes. The rubbing it in his face. Okay, hold on. The premise of this question is based on him stepping out and she getting asking for the proverbial pass because he stepped out.
Mm-hmm.
Rubbing what in whose face?
Right. He cheated.
Come on, Everett.
He was the one that was wrong. He cheated. I'm
discombobulated by it right there. It took me back. Like, wait, rubbing it in his face. I do agree with Wilmington Boy, because I guess the new thing in 2021, 2022 is this idea of open relationships. I guess it's not new. It's just a concept that, I mean, I ain't trying to entertain it because I'm stingy when it comes to my man. But that's a discussion. Some people, you are down with open relationships and I'm not, but we never broached that conversation. That's something that is, effective communication can fix.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody on this screen is an effective communicator, because law school taught us how to do that. So we're not the problem. Whoever we date, they're the problem.
I'll take that
That's
one.
funny. That's funny.
I'll take that one. Wilmington Boy said, "And social dating platforms or relationships, as well as a huge culprit for this." I mean, I can see why you would say that. I don't
Yeah,
think
I
that
agree. I think more
it's the
like
culprit
just
for the open relationship thing, but I do think that people go in there with that intention. I think that it's important to express what your intentions are from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Because if you
yeah.
don't express what your intentions are from the beginning, you're just gonna be wasting time. You know?
Wait.
What
Wilmington Boy, you know a lot of
is
sites
Jack?
now. I mean, I heard the Tinder, but the other one, I mean,
What's Jack? Then Grinder? Grinder?
Yeah, I've heard of all. I never heard of mingled. What's
dang.
A for A? I don't know what all that is. That's a lot. That's a
Black,
lot, Wilmington Boy.
man, you know
Black
This
too
man
many.
said
Black
Black
Planet.
Planet.
You know too many, man. You know too many. I mean,
Black
Wilmington Boy
Planet.
has gotten around.
Oh
I'm just saying
no.
knowing like two, but you know like 4 or 5.
But Black Planet though? Come on now, bruh.
Is that still a thing?
I don't even know. I thought Black
What's
Planet
up,
was hanging
David?
out with MySpace.
Don't worry, Easy said it.
Social Club. Oh my God.
Oh, MySpace was a thing, man. Had all the pretty girls in high school, man, on there.
Oh my God. Malik, you just told your age, and me and Shantae just told
High
ours.
school.
Twitter. He just going down the list. I'm gonna go to another question. That is funny.
Right. He just listened to every social.
Uh, all right. So it says a woman asks a man to use the money he planned to spend on an expensive date to help her with a bill, and suggests that they take a walk in the park instead. He refuses. Who's wrong? She's wrong. That's
Wait,
his
read
damn
that
money.
again.
You mean how you gonna get mad because somebody ain't giving you something that belongs to them?
So
Man,
confused.
he's wrong for even getting that girl's number. That's what he's wrong.
How does she know what he's going to spend the money on?
I don't know. Maybe they said, "Hey, we're gonna go
What
out to
if he
eat to
wanted to
such and
originally
such a
take her
place."
to
I don't know.
a date to the park anyway?
What if he was going to propose to her?
Well,
That's still
I'm
nice at
assuming
the
it's a
park.
first date though, Shantae. We gotta assume that it's like a first date with that
We
situation.
can't assume it's the
You
first
can't
date if he's
assume
asking for the
anything,
money
counselor.
I
for.
know, but I'm assuming that's a first date. Who does?
Don't do that.
You
Don't
can't
do
assume
that.
that.
Because the other thing is,
Sorry.
why is she asking him for the money to pay her bill when it's the first
That's
date?
not a
What's
first date.
wrong
No,
with
I
her?
don't ask guys to pay
Oh,
my
you'd be
bills.
surprised out here in Atlanta.
No, sir, that is not okay. That is
That's
I'm
buffoonery.
I'm
that
just
is
saying, you'd be
giving ghetto.
surprised. Girl,
That,
like
yes.
a lot of women. Okay, I don't know. Well, if you ask some women, and especially when you're a man, they have a certain expectation, right? Sometimes
But
they'll
that is
indirectly
giving.
they'll
You need to
indirectly
find
ask
a
you
new
for money.
circle of
They
women,
be like,
Malik.
I know that's right.
I,
Did you
you
go
know,
to church? Did you get
I would like to
the
hang
lady
out
at
with you.
church?
I don't got no gas or anything. This can't be
Did
no
you hear
first.
Shantae? Did you get the
Yeah,
lady at church? Did you find
I
her at
like when
church?
she
yeah,
came
One
right.
from
time?
church.
We do that all the time.
Is this a church girl or is this a Magic City girl?
I mean, I don't know.
So look, man.
I don't know. She sound like a single mom with 2 kids.
Look.
Like.
So we're
You
not doing
are
that. We are not doing that today, sir.
you
No,
are
sir. We are
now
not.
you are
We are
now
not doing that today.
Boy,
No.
Sam, I
No.
don't know this Malik. This Malik
You
is
don't.
totally
I'm trying to
different.
tell you. I
it's
told you
not
every time
different.
we do these relationship games, I learn something new about Malik. Every time. Every
I
single
don't
time.
Malik.
Every time. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, who are you?
I'm the same guy.
So
No,
women
but
to
it is we
boys.
be too busy being beat up by school. We didn't get a chance to show folks our real sides, obviously.
So Wilmington Boy One Post said Grinder has girls on there that easily men cheat. I don't know what that
Stop
means.
trolling.
But that you can pinpoint on any block. Rock the Mic says, shit, women do that all the time. What, ask for money on the first date?
Yeah, they
Okay,
do.
fine.
That's what I'm trying to
Y'all
explain
got
to you.
to,
This
y'all,
comment
let me
made.
explain
What?
I
something.
was trying to
Legit.
Y'all
explain
have
it to
got to
y'all.
change the narrative. This is
But
Legit.
not
I
it.
the
have
women do
never
nowadays.
asked a
They'll talk
man
about their
for
problems.
anything.
They've been through things in the past. They tired of
That's cool.
dudes
You want
wasting
to
their
talk about your
time.
issues? That's
You
fine.
gotta
But
show some
you go
effort.
asking people for money
Shoot,
on the
some
first date?
women want money before you even send them a text message. Like, look, these
Nah.
women are tripping.
But you know what's bad? The fact that they're that comfortable with asking, I mean,
That
somebody's
part.
giving it.
Like, it's really bad, bro.
Y'all need to talk to y'all
Some
friends.
women on grind.
Y'all, what support groups do you all have? Like,
Right.
where's your
Rock the
circle?
Mic said this can't be no first date energy. Exactly.
That part.
I agree.
Wilmington Boy said Grinders jumping in ATL. I
I
wouldn't
don't know
know.
about all of that, man. I don't know about all that.
Rock the Mic said Grinder. Big E talk about the light bill. What's going on, Trevor Trav
Hey, I don't
and Miss
got time to
Shaney?
do all that.
There's a whole lot. Y'all got a lot of comment. Oh God, Woman Boy, can you stop with the daggone names of the places?
That
Talk
man
about
said Christian Mingle.
Mingle, right?
LinkedIn.
Growler, LinkedIn. It's
it
the
sounds
worst
like you
when
got too much
people try to
experience
holler
over
at
there.
you on LinkedIn. Like, said, this is a network. It's like this is not for that. Just
That's
use it for
actually
the
really bad.
proper. Those cheating apps. There was one cheating app I used to see a commercial for it. I think they got sued.
Yeah, that's funny. But
He said, "Bro, them not XX chromosome women on Grindr." Oh God. Woman, boy
man,
said.
Everett,
Also,
I don't even
Malik,
want to know how you know about that. So we'll just
look.
Hey, Everett, how do you know?
That's what I'm saying.
Well, while we wait for him to respond, I'm gonna go ahead and finish reading these comments. Wilmington Boy said, also Malik, help your boy Antonio. He needs help looking for a girl on Grindr. Oh my God. Oh my God. Everett, Farmer's Meat. Ashley Madison. That was the one I seen the commercial for. I think they got sued.
Oh, okay.
Wilmington Boy
So,
said people try to meet up on LinkedIn. They do. It's whack. Don't do that. Find a
Okay.
job. Don't try looking
Let me
for
tell you
love
something. I
on
found my
religion.
really great job
Yeah,
out of that
exactly,
platform I
Rob.
just
This is
said.
what I was trying to explain to Shantae and some
Hold
Sam.
on for a second. Rocketmite said some women only date men to push boundaries of what they can get from them. Then y'all say he's not applying pressure when he's not breaking his back. Is by the what? He's not breaking his back. Is back to you, back to your court. I don't know what you're trying to say. You need to clarify that part.
No, he's trying to say that he's not breaking his back to do the courtship. That's what he's saying.
Oh, I got
Yeah.
you. I got you. So that's the reason why she said that's you just literally answered your own question. If a woman feels like you're not applying pressure, it's because you're not trying to court her. That's the bottom line. You ain't gotta if her standard is that you give her money on the first date, probably find a new girl.
That's all you
But
gonna be.
typically speaking, if she feels like you're not applying pressure, it's because you're not courting.
Yep.
And women like to be courted. That's just a fact. Um,
Y'all,
especially
y'all true.
if you're trying to do something other than have a physical relationship with her. That's just the bottom line. So I don't know who Antonio is. This must be one of Malik's friends. But he said, I don't know
Hey, what's
personally,
up,
but
little
he
girl?
said it's some women on Grinder. Y'all let's get off the Grinder, please. I don't know what y'all got
y'all,
going on.
y'all really on it heavy right
I don't even know what
So
grinder
women,
now. I
is.
don't know what
women
it
boy
is
talking about they can
either.
find a job all right. Look, sir, not that kind of
Yo,
job.
man. Vaughn, yo, chill.
Not Craigslist and back pages. Oh my God, E, we gotta get you out the comments, sir.
Who said
Rock
that?
the mic up
Everett.
real quick. E,
Yeah, Everett.
why you on Grinder, my G? Everett,
He
what's
said
good with
Everett.
you?
Everett. Everett.
Talking
Everett.
about
E.
Craigslist.
E.
How
E.
you doing, lawyer girl?
We had talked to you in a second, obviously.
What's going on,
What
Weatherly
site you on?
Images?
Add, can we add E to this?
We've tried.
Well, we tried, but his
Everett
thing
is
is whack
traveling, and
right
so
now.
it's not
Yeah.
really
So how
giving
is
what
he
it's supposed to.
traveling and in the comments? Is he committing
Because Everett got it like that.
wait
We
a
all just
minute.
want to
I
be
hope
like
he's not
him.
driving because he's breaking the law.
No, he's definitely not driving. He's in the air.
Yeah.
Oh God, he's big balling. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, E. That was
yeah.
my bad.
I mean,
I
I
ain't bad
asked
as
him
you,
to
little
bless
bro. I'm
us
sorry.
in our cash apps this evening, so hopefully he'll come through with
Who,
that.
Everett? Oh, you said, hold on, let me send my cash app to E real quick then.
Hey, go ahead, shoot
Here
your
you
shot.
go, little bro. Here you go, since you are in the air and in the comments.
Right.
Show
He
me a
said
little
he ain't
coolie
never been.
love. Show
See,
me a
just
little
for the
coolie
record,
love.
Everett said he has never been on Grinder. Okay. Wilmington Boy said, but these are the places where the majority of cheating stems from. That's very true. This needs to be addressed. That's absolutely true. We can talk about that. He said, y'all need to read this on the air. We are reading it on the air. I got you,
Nah,
E.
yeah, nah, you got
He
you good,
said,
Rob. You
hold
good.
on, let's make the record clear. Everett said he's never been on Grinder. CE, I got you. Okay. Make that statement very clear. Okay. He said, I've never been on the site, dog. Dog said they got women and I was throwed off. I
all,
got you,
all I know
E.
about
You
is
ain't never
Tinder.
been on the
That's it.
site. I got you, okay?
Everett, I believe you. I'm also going to call you later, okay?
And she sent the cash app. So
I believe you too, E.
it's all good,
Or
Rock the
P.
Mic. We all have typos. We be trying to type fast.
Rock the
Um,
Mike said he had something to say.
Right.
right.
Oh,
So,
oh, hit us with the next question, Sam.
all right, no doubt. Here's another
Yeah,
one.
because we
Let's
still
see.
got time.
I'm so
Yeah.
scared of Malik's responses.
What? What? What's wrong with my responses? They're
It's
You've
cool.
all
changed
people.
since last
They are
week.
women.
Just
Oh,
go
hold
ahead.
on. Wilmington Boy said, it's all people. If they are women, then they are desperate. What? You have to clarify that one, sir. Please.
Wow, that
Say what?
sounded
What
pretty.
is it?
That
What?
sounded pretty sexist, Vaughn.
Yeah, E, we're not gonna
Might
have
want
you
to
out
edit
there
that.
like that, bro.
You might edit
I
that up.
got you. E said, thanks, Sam. LOL, y'all ain't gonna have me out there like that from this comment section. This show would never, right, would never see the light of day playing on my name. 'Cause that's the truth. The
Did
comments,
he just threaten to sue
the
his
comments,
friends?
the comments don't post when we post the show. So it would just be us talking. So I got you, E.
Wait a
Wilmington
minute.
Boy said,
Everett
I
literally
found
just
three.
threatened to sue his friends.
Right. I found three. Also, they do make fake profiles and be nosy. Men do that too. Don't get it twisted. They be out here catfishing.
Yeah, I mean, I think both are desperate. You know, some
Yeah,
men are desperate,
yeah,
some women are desperate. It's both.
yeah.
Whew, y'all got me cried.
They be over there catfishing, having fake pages. Then can't forget about the scammers. They're everywhere.
They
Right,
show a lot.
I'm
scammers,
talking about on the app
catfishers.
too, Wilmington boy. On the app, on apps too, they be out there with the foolishness, a weird energy. So
Yeah.
anyway, the next question says, your stepchild's parent called you about back child support. I feel like we did this question before. So your stepchild's parent calls you about back child support. They expect you to pay what's owed because you're the spouse. Would you? Why? Why not? No.
Pick me.
Go right
Pick
ahead.
me.
Go ahead, Shante.
I can only speak at this point for Tennessee. Before law school, I worked at juvenile court for about 6 years. And you had a lot of that, you know. But that good old income shares worksheet ain't got nothing to do with that spouse. They do consider the household's income, but when it comes down to payment, spouse didn't make that baby. Spouse didn't enjoy making that baby. Spouse
Hold
did
on for a
not
second.
feel any of
Hold
the
on for a
feels
second,
making that
Shantae.
baby.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I had to stop because what you were saying was very serious. And E posted something in the comment. It
What did
has
he
me
say?
thinking my enemies are after me.
Yeah, he's tripping, man.
So why are you really on this flight, Everett?
He's
Uh,
on his way home.
Allegedly.
yeah, he's on his way home.
He's on his way home. I'm sorry, Shantae. Now go ahead and finish what you were saying.
But
Rock
no,
said, can you repeat the scenario?
I mean, so here's the thing. You have women who are going to hold it down. And, you know, holding it down for your husband is
What's up, Maya?
substantially different than holding it down for your boo thing. So you have that. Um, so let's just make it personal. If I was married to a guy and he owed child support and say boo thing kind of lost, well, say my husband rather lost his job, um, but I love his child like my own, because if I married him, I married everything attached to him. I'm going to help him. I don't have to. That's that love talking. That's that, you know, better or worse talking that a spouse does. But what a woman should never expect that of the other woman. Vice versa. A man should never expect that from another man, especially if that spouse didn't have anything to do with, if they did not partake in any of the pleasures of getting that child here, then that expectation should not be placed, I don't think.
So I initially just said no off the bat. So Rock the Mic wanted me to read the question again, and I'm going to answer it right after I read it, and then Malik, you can go ahead and answer it. It says
All right.
your stepchild's parent calls you about back child support. They expect you to pay what's owed because you're the spouse. Would you? Why or why not? So I would say no off the rip. The reason why I would say no off the rip is because she don't have any business calling me asking me for anything. Now, if my spouse says, "Hey, I need help paying child support," then I'd help him. But the fact that she was felt emboldened enough to say, "Hey,"
But isn't it the other person calling you?
that's what
Right?
I'm saying. If it's my spouse that owes the child support and his baby mama is calling my phone asking me for child support,
That's wild.
that is
I'm
going to be
sorry
a
to say
hard
so loud.
no.
Yo, that's wild, yo.
There's going to be a very short conversation. It's not even going to be an argument. It's going to be like,
Wait,
no.
hold on. Whoa. What?
You see what Everett's saying?
No, I didn't get to the comments because I was
This man is,
explaining.
Everett has an issue. We're going to have a real meeting with Everett after this, y'all.
Okay. So first let me read the comments. Wilmington Boy said also check strength. You still talk about the daggone scammers. Also check the strange email, the numbers for cheating as well. Every outlet I'm giving where the spot
On
giving
that.
on where the spot cheating. That's all. Nowadays people are clever at cheating. Rock the mic, you got it. He said thanks. Everett said, let's get it, Mike. It's not too many boss women out here for us to not get paid. I don't know what you're talking about. I missed something.
No,
Rock
I
the mic
feel
is
you.
laughing.
Right. We should be getting
Yeah,
our
he talking
child
about she
support.
coming to you as a woman, and she can get hung up on as a woman.
So I don't think she's coming to you as a woman.
I don't either.
I don't agree with that. Who
She's
said
coming
that?
to me
Who
as an
said me?
entitled person because she
I don't
believes
think
that I
that
owe
part.
her
There's a
something.
sense of entitlement. And understand too, with women, let's go back to that very first question that I answered. Women, we're territorial. Even if we don't want the guy, we don't want nobody else with him sometimes. It gets that way. And so when you have a human being that has been created out of that relationship, sometimes we feel as if we staked claim to that man buying through that child. And that's not fair. That's not fair. Everybody should want everybody to be happy and in love and in bliss and
I
all
mean,
those
we don't
good
have to
things.
go through those details on here, with whatever going on with Antonio. I don't know. You don't have to go through that.
Okay. But I just think that.
Yo, come on, man.
I just think that there's a chance. And so here's the thing. I'm finna do exactly what we are not supposed to do, and that's read into the hypo. Maybe they have a relationship where they're close. You know, I've seen on TikTok where some chicks will say she's closer with the new wife than she is with the ex-husband, as relates to the children and taking care of the children. And I've seen a TikTok where they said that the woman would rather co-parent with the new wife instead of him. I've seen it all, but at the end of the day, the responsibility lies with the two people that gave this child either these two X chromosomes or this X and this Y chromosome. I don't think in either regard, in either way, whether I'm cool with you or not, I still don't think that's a woman to want. I didn't come to you as a woman if I did.
No, that's not. She's having a conversation with the wrong person.
Yeah, because if a guy called me about, paying for his child support, I hang up on him. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be a hard no. The short conversation, like, I don't know.
I would have to threaten him and tell him, don't call his house again with this foolishness. Like, for real.
Right. So he said, y'all cool. Hold on, I keep touching buttons I'm not supposed to be touching. It says, y'all cool with it as long as it's about them screwing, but if it's about his kids, you need to talk to him. Y'all friends. You're not. I'm not cool with a woman calling me if my dude is messing with her either. Don't call me woman to woman.
So no. At this moment, we need to keep it in the court. We need to keep it in the court.
The court should be garnishing your wages.
Correct.
All that process.
Keep it in the court. I think that in and of itself can separate the funny business. Mm-hmm. Call you if it's kept in the court. She's not calling you. That income shares worksheet is looking at his income, and the non-custodial parent's income and the custodial parent's income. It never factored in. Oh, the spouse. Let me see your check too. Mm-hmm. That's not on that worksheet.
Right.
Because obviously this arrangement was made prior to me being around, so y'all should have had that worked out.
Absolutely. Right. And, 9 times out of 10, the child is probably 17, getting ready to turn 18, and that child support finna get ready and stop.
Yep.
But yeah,
amen to Wilmington Boy said amen to the court thing. They can block numbers and start drama. Yep. Ever said, I mean, on the real, she putting you on game. If he ain't taking care of his responsibilities, why you want to be with him?
That's true. Now I finally agree with Everett.
Yeah, that's true. But sometimes, if they're married and she don't know that he's not taking care of his business, and baby mama call her up, look,
what kind of double life he living?
Right. There's a whole lot of
me, you taking care of your business.
There's a whole lot of variables.
Right.
There.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, but the answer is still no. Don't
still
call
no.
me.
At the end of the day, all roads lead to no.
Right, pretty much.
Like, and it's not even gonna be a nice no either. It's gonna be like no.
Nah.
Straight up. I'm not giving you no explanation or nothing. No, I don't owe you nothing. No money, no explanation, no nothing.
Angry conversation there.
It's not even gonna be angry because the conversation's gonna be over. Was that all you needed? Oh, okay, bye.
Yeah, you're right.
Yours is very stern. I would be laughing. I probably would still be laughing right now.
I would laugh when I hung up the phone because I'd be like, she got me. Man, listen.
Girl, that would be my answer. Girl, click.
See, that's why it's so hard. That's why it's so hard to be a stepfather, though. Like, some other guy, like, calling the house, like, yeah, man, I gotta come pick up my son. What do you mean, come pick up your son? Like,
that's what he's supposed to do.
I know, but like, you don't want another another man call you, talk about, yeah, I gotta come to your house and, you know,
Well, just
do
imagine
stuff.
how hard it is for him to call another man to be able to
Exactly.
see
It's
his
hard for
own
both
son.
of us. I don't care about him. I worry about myself.
Y'all better get
It's hard
over
for
it.
both
Oh
of us,
my.
but, you know,
Y'all
dang.
better get over it.
His son's in my house and he got to call me to hang out with his son. It's too much. It's too crazy. You know,
Right.
he might be coming around when I'm not around. Like, what you doing back here, man? What you doing back here? Like, you know, like,
Now that shouldn't be
crazy.
happening, Malik. That's another situation. If you
Yeah,
got
I
a
know it's
baby,
kind of going off the question topic,
nah,
but I
but
just
that's
thought
part
about
of
it.
tonight, right? So we can do spin-offs. So that's mine. If you have a significant other and you have a baby by a different person, not your significant other, and you came home and that person's baby mama, baby daddy, or whatever was
Baby
at
daddy on
your
the couch, like, hey, what's up, man? Like, I didn't even know you gonna be here.
house.
I'm just getting off of home
And
all
then
day at
nobody
work.
tell you they was coming over. How you respond to that?
Yeah, he's just on
That's
my
a
couch
good one.
watching my TV. Yeah, I'm just about to. I'm waiting for my son to get dressed. We gonna
Yo,
hang
y'all
out in
got
the
to
park.
be
Like
over
you
there
can wait in the
drinking,
trunk, a
over there
car,
drinking
whatever.
your
You
Kool-Aid
wait
and all that.
outside. Like you don't come in here.
That's a
Over
good
there.
one.
How do you respond to that? That's crazy.
I don't think I'm saved enough to answer that question yet. So I'll defer
I'm,
to one of y'all.
I am not saved enough, and I'm telling you right now, it's not going to be a saved response either.
I don't know that I have a safe response for that one. So I'm
I
going
am
to
not.
defer to you
I
all.
am not that delivered. So, all right, I got the next question. It says, you suspect your best friend. Oh, we did this one before. I'm not doing that one again. Okay, a woman feels her significant other should take
I'll
care
say
of domestic. We did that one before too. I ain't doing that one. All right. A woman gets an abortion during a. We did that one before.
yeah,
At least
skip
I think we
abortion.
did. Yeah, I'm not going there with the abortion stuff. What is Wilmington Boy saying while I look for another question?
Oh, he was just saying we should have a talk show. A lot of people can learn from us. Guardianships, cheating.
Tap in.
Talk.
Counterpoise
Oh no! Listen,
podcast.
what we're not gonna do is be out here giving y'all free legal advice. We got to charge y'all for our thoughts.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, man, my mental impressions are not free.
Do you hear me?
And the cost
I
of the
got
cost.
hazed in law school. This ain't for free.
I mean, I have a link where you can book time. You get
My
15 minutes free.
Malik, my hourly rate is.
Yeah, we did a lot of
Let's
these
not talk about
cards.
that.
I'm over here flipping through these cards, E. We did a lot of these cards.
Yeah, we did. I don't know. Pick a good, juicy one. Even if we did it.
I'm looking.
I'm nervous.
You said producers should pay us. You should pay us too if you want
Okay,
something.
I got one. You broke up with your significant other less than a week ago and they're already in another relationship. What does that likely mean?
So let's be clear. That happened to me, and I'm going to tell you what it meant. He was already with the chick. Next question.
Yeah, that is exactly what that meant. Hey, A. Johnson.
Oh, that's my line sister. Hey, Alexis.
Hey, what's up,
What's
Alexis?
going on? So yeah, it means that he was definitely already.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, she definitely had plan B. Ready
There
to
was
move up to
it
plan
wasn't
A.
even a plan B. There was in a relationship, just
Oh,
ending
no,
the
there were two
two.
relationships going on.
Right at the
So
same time, they were
plan
living a double life.
A2. Plan A2.
Absolutely.
I got one. A woman refuses to dance with her date at the club. Later, she spots him on the dance floor with another woman. She gets upset and leaves. Who's wrong?
Her. He did the right thing. I mean, gee,
Well,
if
I'm going
you
to
don't
tell
want
you,
to
they
dance,
both messed
I mean,
up by going to the club
he paid
together.
for the date.
Hold on. I'm gonna reread the question. A woman refuses to dance with her date at the club. Later, she spots him on the dance floor with another woman. She gets upset and leaves. Who is wrong? Explain.
Both
Woman to
of them.
what? Her.
I mean, yeah. Let me explain.
Good.
If she won't do it, some other woman will. So if you won't get with the program,
You know what,
another
Malik?
lady
As much
will.
as I want to be, hold on, no. As
I
much as I want
mean,
to be mad at that answer, that is a fact.
hey, it's just a dance. It's not like he asked for too much. But no, she didn't want to dance. After he probably
What you
paid
ain't
for
going
the
to be
date,
doing is
paid for
grinding
the
your
gas. We know these
situation.
gas
Now,
prices out of control.
Hold on. You ain't going to be grinding your situation on somebody else while I'm in front of you. So that's number one. But number two, I like to dance, so I'm definitely gonna not be her in that scenario. I definitely
He was
be
probably a
twerking in and
boring
out,
date. He was probably
Here's
but at
my,
the
frustrated.
same
he
time,
said,
I wouldn't have gone to the club with him.
that's what I was gonna say. He said her for sure. Here's my thing. Why are you going to the club if you ain't dancing?
They shouldn't have gone together. It's obvious that they're not comfortable with each other in that atmosphere. So
Or
if you're
she's
going out
not.
to,
Or
well,
or it could be
her,
her. She's
Or
not.
she's just
She just might
boring.
be
She wanted to
insecure.
watch a movie,
Right.
ah,
eat off his wallet, eat out of his wallet
she's
rather.
insecure.
You
Sam,
know,
you hit
It's
it.
an insecurity thing. Like you just
boring.
went because you want to tag along, you want to see what he's
She wanted
doing.
a
And you
free
get
meal.
there and
That's what she wanted.
they're at the club.
They say that 35% of women go on dates for the free benefits.
That's probably true, but that has nothing to do with going to the club.
Now listen, I ain't passing
You
up
get
no
free
meal.
liquor. I mean, you get a
I ain't
you get
passing up no
music.
meal now, Malik. Y'all done seen me in person.
Right,
I
but
didn't
I'm
go to
just
Dr.
saying
Miami.
that there is
Right.
benefits to a guy
I
taking a
didn't go
girl
to
out
Dr.
on the club.
Miami. I ain't
There is
passing up
benefits.
no meal. Now, if you want to take me out for a supper, some supper, as they say in this house, some supper, we can
She
eat.
probably ordered some expensive wings. She probably like, why do you need to eat so many
But
wings?
why the wings expensive? Where are y'all at?
A normal place in Atlanta, everything is a little higher
Everything's
around here.
expensive in Atlanta.
So if you take her to an average spot, you gonna be like, why she ordering so much? You know.
What this? Y'all are so
So
rude.
it's gonna be
E
crazy.
said, what did E say? Now go ahead, read the comments for me, Malik, please.
Okay, I can see him. He said C should let him do his thing because at the end of the day, women like dudes that other women won't. So it should be all good. Yeah, that's basically what I was saying.
No, that ain't it.
No. How do we get this so wrong? And he'd be like, yes, that's it.
That ain't
No,
it.
that ain't it,
That
Malik.
ain't it. That ain't it.
That
Neither one
is
of
it.
y'all. Both of y'all wrong. That
Eve,
ain't it.
preach. Educate these people to them.
No, that's not it. I'm
Preach.
trying to tell you. All right.
Yeah, let him do his thing. You
What's
know.
the next comment?
The next comment is woman to boy said, just let that look back at me play on the speaker. She can watch. Bring to home. Okay. I'm not condoning like this, you know,
Wilmington boy said,
all
bring
that. But
to home. Whew,
she
y'all
should be
boys.
like her, get
Y'all
excited,
are off
and
the
then
charts.
take him home.
What did he say?
Yeah, you know why she's probably, you know where he could be wrong if he ditched her with the bill and she see him dancing with
You
another
keep
girl.
talking about the bill. Like, that's assuming they went and got a table.
Wait a minute. So let's be clear. Malik don't want to waste his money on no chick.
I don't
Malik
want
Malik
to
don't
don't
waste.
just
want to waste his
intend it.
I
money,
don't want to waste my
period.
money on the wrong chick.
He don't want to waste
So
his money,
listen,
period.
Who
Malik,
does?
you're gonna have to kiss I'm gonna tell you, my grandmama told me you're gonna kiss a few frogs before you get to your prince. And there's a song out by Eric
I don't want no
Roberson.
prince.
Listen, hear me now. Since I
Malik, shut
am
up. You know what she's
listen,
trying to say.
trust me when I'm gonna say hear what I'm gonna say. Eric Roberson has a song called Lessons. And the remix has like Anthony Hamilton on it and like Raheem Devon and somebody else. But that song really talks about how he had to go through all these failed situations and have them be lessons for him to fully appreciate where he was. Right now, you're in your educational process. Right now, I feel it. Here, let me get on my Iyanla Van Zandt. Beloved, I feel it. Feel it for you, Malik. Because see, every question Sam has goes back to the food and the money. And the money you don't want to spend no money on this.
I'm telling you, I'm speaking from experience. These
I know
women
you are, but
will,
you're in your lessons
will
right
try
now,
to stretch your
beloved.
wallet out dry. They don't care
It's
about you.
okay. It's okay. And it's gonna be a couple of more lessons before you get the one that God intended for you.
I'm dodging my lessons. Let me dodge in peace. These women are trying to attack you for your money and just leave you out here paying bills. That's what they want you to do. But me, no,
So,
I'm not falling for their game.
oh my
Yeah,
God.
okay. I
But yeah,
got I
you're
got
right.
another question. What's
Most of them
new?
wrong, so you better have long money. See, that's why we got to keep working so hard. Cause man, they want us to make a lot of mistakes before we find that one. See, women never talk about that. They be like, "Oh, it's all these bad dudes out here." Well, there's a lot of bad women out here that cost us money. You know?
I didn't know we were a bill.
No, I didn't say y'all bill, but in a way,
That's what a bill
women
sounds
cost.
like.
Women cost, unfortunately. They cost some. You know, whether we want to admit it or not, when you're dating a lady, there's an expectation, especially as a man,
So
to
you
be
know
a
something,
provider.
Malik, you always talking about the cost of money as if women don't spend nothing.
They act like they don't spend
But
anything
they
Can I?
until
absolutely
Okay,
it
so
do.
is
costs
this
When
a
them.
I hold on,
They
platform?
act like
hold on. Let me make sure I make this clear.
they spend for themselves, not
Hold
us.
on. When I say spend, it don't always got to be dollars. And so what you have to understand is what women sacrifice, put in, and all that other kind of stuff. So it's not like you just giving away to charity. Women often give a lot.
Said give away the
So
charity.
it's not
I didn't
like
see the charity. I
Is
didn't
this
you're
a
see
not
it.
just
platform we
paying for
can keep it
nothing.
real
What you
on? We
paying
can keep
for?
it real on this
Hold
platform,
on,
right?
let's get down to the nitty gritty. You spending money, what are you expecting?
Okay, let me say this.
Oh, what am
Hold
I
on. Wait,
expecting?
Malik.
Uh
Malik.
Yeah.
I'm going to preface this statement with I love you. Okay?
oh.
Now, when you are dating someone,
I'm sorry, he's funny. Yeah.
oh, let me say this. I have spent real money.
Yes.
Benjamins, if they had
Yes.
$1,000 bills, we could just throw those in there too.
Yes.
Helping a man. Not because because I think people need help and it's okay for people to ask for help. Men should not be afraid to seek financial help from their significant other. But
Right.
I spent real money only for me to not be with that person right now.
Oh yeah, I understand that.
Women do that all
And
the
it's more,
time.
let me be clear, it's more than dinner. It's more
Right.
than lunch. It's more than wings.
And it ain't brunch, E.
Well,
It ain't
I'm
brunch,
speaking from
but
the
if you got some of those, sis, I'll have one.
Shantae. I'm speaking from a more of a initial standpoint, right? When you initial interact with them, like the standard for a man is like to provide is high. The standard for a woman to contribute financially from the courting perspective is
The
so low.
standard or the expectation? Because that's two different
Well,
things.
the expectation, correct? Thank
Because
you.
the standard could be very low. You don't have to
Yeah,
worry about none of
right.
that.
Some people have
You
those
know what I
standards,
had to learn?
but
I had to learn to let a man pay. Because I grew up with the
No,
mindset that I don't
Let me
want
say
no man
something though,
thinking
Shantae.
he's
That's
going
a
to Malik
very
me.
real thing. When certain women are raised to a particular way, sometimes you have to learn how to let a man be a man.
That's facts.
Especially when you're talking about the independent woman, right? You have to learn how to let a man be a man and not step on his toes and not giving off too much masculine energy.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Because there's definitely men out there that do not like when women do that. They hate it. They will
But see, the
smack
thing
your
about
product.
independence, Sam, is a lot of women today, they want the benefits of the independence that they're receiving, but none of the cons. Like, they want equal things like men, which is fair, but they don't want any cons that what us men have to go through.
Nobody wants a con.
Exactly. But you can't have it both ways.
No, no, no. No,
Us
no.
men
So
expect
here's
it.
the thing.
But you know what though?
These
I can
women
say the
today
same
are in
thing about men.
denial.
Hold on, no, Malik. I can say the same thing about men because,
Really.
and I might get lit up for this, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
I got your
All
back.
right. There's a lot of men out there, like you know how there's a whole lot of men talking about women with masculine energy and all that. There's a whole lot of men out there with feminine energy, looking to be
Ooh, come
taken
on,
care
preach.
of,
Come on,
catered
Sam.
to, and just
Come on,
carried.
Sam.
That is an absolute truth.
I ain't got a shoe to throw. Hold
And,
on.
and you know what happens, Sam? Women pick them every time.
Just like
They don't
men pick
miss.
those. Hold on, and it goes
They
both
don't
ways.
miss.
It goes both ways. That's just what I said last week. You find yourself in this situation. Why? Because people are not appropriately vetting the other person, and
That's
that's how
fact.
you end up in that situation.
That's fact.
That's how
Right.
you end up. That's how you end up there.
And
Which
so
leads me
he
to the
said something. He said something that I don't necessarily disagree with. So this is maybe the second comment tonight that I agree with Everett on. I don't mind you paying and I paying. You pay sometimes, I pay sometimes. I don't mind. Like, I actually like to. So my love, one of my love languages is gift giving.
Mine
And
is too. It's
I'm
gift
going
of
to
service.
destroy you. Don't
Act of
even try to
service.
compete with me on it. My gifts be banging because I listen to the things that come out your mouth. And you could just haphazardly, just randomly while watching a commercial say, God, I really want a whole new patio set. And Christmas will come and you can get a patio set. And you forgot that you said that to me. So in that energy, with that same energy, I don't mind buying and paying for a guy. I can't, but we have to, somebody said standards are greater than expectations. I want to say that was one Langston Boyd that said that. And that's the nail on the head. My standards, my standards are substantial because you're not talking to somebody who didn't grow up with a daddy. I don't need a man to solidify and validate who I am. You can tell me I'm
Absolutely.
beautiful all day long. Men do it all day in my DMs. I mean, I don't care about that. My daddy tells me every day. I'm 40 years old. February 10th, I turned 40, and my daddy still buys me Valentine's. Here it is right here. Hold on. My daddy still gets me Valentine's. It's nothing that God
Yep.
is going to be able to say to me. So at the same time, though,
Hey,
I
what's
have to
up,
be
T?
careful with that. I have to be careful with that to not emasculate a man because
Yep.
with that same energy, my daddy taught me how to change my oil, how to change my tire.
Yep.
On my way to a chapter meeting, my senior year at Tennessee State University, I was on my way to a chapter meeting. I had on a whole dress and some stilettos, and I got a flat tire. I just got out and I started changing the tire myself because in my mind, I've always been a resolution type of chick.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw some cues drive by. I saw some Kappas drive by, honk the horn. Hey, Shantae.
Like, you see what I'm saying?
Oh,
That's what I'm talking
So
about with
what
that
do I
type of
do?
energy.
What do I do? What do I do?
Keep changing that
I gotta
tire.
change that thing myself. I gotta
Right,
change
because
it
that's
on
how
me.
my dad raised me too, and that's how it is. Like I caught a flat tire one time, and everybody because the kind of tire I had, I needed the machine to remove the lug nuts, and I
Yeah.
didn't have the machine,
oh,
so I
yeah.
needed help to get it off. I'm trying to flag people down to help me. Nobody would help me. I had to call somebody for them to come help me. And it's that tire got to get changed,
At the
regardless if
end of the
somebody
day, you
wants to help.
gotta
And
fix
the
the
fact
problem.
that people drive by without bothering to help you makes you wonder about their upbringing. It
Yeah.
really
So
does.
to those women that Malik is talking about, Malik, you run into those chicks all the time. We run into those guys all the time too. And it's not. It's people.
Yeah,
People
it is
are
people.
just. Some people are ready for relationships and some aren't. And sometimes you gotta waddle through the weeds to get to the flowers.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I was just speaking from the perspective of like, okay, we just met, we're just gonna plan a date out, and it's just like from the guy's perspective, it's just like we take big L's on that these days. That's really from the standpoint I'm coming from.
What
I
red
can see
flags
why
did you
you would
have in
say
the
that.
onset when you were talking to her to even set up the date? Because they were there.
Well, yeah, you
But
do get red flags nowadays. You
and
do.
people always
Um,
ignore red flags, though.
but sometimes if you're interested in a person, you'll ignore the red flags. But once they start giving you 2, 3, 4, 5, then you're like, all right, I'm out.
Yeah.
like you might
So
My
let one
patience. I'm too
slide,
old.
but
I'm too
I
old
got,
now. My patience is down.
I got one card left for
Okay.
now, right? And so kind of goes into kind of what we're talking about. It says a man tells his significant other to be submissive. She tells him that's an outdated way of thinking. Who's right? Explain.
Ooh, Sam,
oh, I need to hear y'all.
Sam chose violence tonight.
Did. I did. I did. That's where my mind is at.
Outdated,
I ain't got
So
my water.
what's
prehistoric way of
going on?
thinking.
SYGSN. I mean JSN. So I'll start. I'll kick it off. So I'm a believer in God,
I wish I had
right?
some wine right now.
And so
Good.
because I had to preface it all to say I had
I
to
know.
say that first for a reason, right?
Yes.
And the reason why I say that is because a woman should submit to a man, but she should submit to him as he submits to God.
God dang it, Sam.
So if he's not submitting to God, do not expect me to submit to you.
And
So
there's
it's
my
not
statement.
necessarily that it's outdated. It's if that's what you want from me, that's what you got to do. And if you're not willing to do that, then it's outdated. This is not the 50s. I don't know who you think I am. So who's wrong? I think the answer to that is it depends.
Counselor took my answer. So because that Sam verbatim, I am a strong component, and see that's honestly why I really believe I'm not married now, because a lot of people they know I love the Lord and He heard my cry, and so what I have realized is guys will figure that out and they'll talk God to me, and okay, talk God to me. That's cute. But you got some things that I'm noticing about you, and God is talking to you. And though we are the neck to a man's head, that man has to realize that too. And if you haven't realized that, I can't submit to you because God put me here to meet you in the middle. I'm going to submit to you if I can feel like you submitted to God. But you talk in one thing, but you walk in another. If your talk and your walk don't match, I can't. I guess I just can't. I can't. I can't. And it's getting to a point. The older I get, the more obnoxious it is. You know, I had more of a tolerance definitely in my 20s because I felt this way in my 20s. Honestly, I felt this way walking around Tennessee State campus. If you submit to God, I'll submit to you. Well, what 20-year-old some finna submit to God all the way thoroughly? He still got more mistakes to make. But I believe that most men don't understand that they need to submit to God. But what they always tell us is you need to submit to me. And if you can't submit to me, and they misconstrue submission with obedience. Like I don't have to, I'm not a puppy. And I'm your helpmate. There's a difference. Submission does not equate to obedience. Now, what it does equate to is obedience to God. But this ain't church. My mama the preacher. I'm not. Let me shut up. Malik, what's your thoughts, honey? Him?
Well, well, the question is she right?
No, the question is
No.
who is wrong.
Who's wrong? Okay.
Yeah.
Whether who's wrong? I think she's wrong, right?
What?
Hold
Because
on, let's wait.
because
I was
if
waiting
He
for this. I
always
knew
do
this
us
was
with
coming.
that.
I knew this was coming. Go ahead.
because a woman submitting to a man is not outdated, right? So if your goal is to get married or be in a relationship, and all the guys that have interest in you and that you feel that you have interest in and have potential, and you can't seal the deal because you don't want to submit and do it that way, then I think she's wrong. Because you could have a good guy who is, into God or whatever religion you believe in, right? But if you're trying to hold things up by not being submissive, which to us that means you're not cooperative, right? And it kind of displays a little bit of more masculine traits, right? And other things that us men don't like, you're going to be least likely to get married because we like cooperation, we like submission, we like peace, and that's our main thing. So if you don't submit
Hold on. Stop for a
to
second.
us,
I have to
yes, go
ask
ahead.
you something. Do you think that submission is the same thing as being docile? Because it almost sounds like some of the things that the traits that you just gave were more about being docile and less about
Well, it's not about being
submission.
docile. It's just that certain things, I think a lot of women try to, when you're taught the independence, this modern society, right, 21st century, a lot of women are independent, so
I'm
they're
trying to take care of Aaliyah.
so they got a lot of like qualities that us men would have, like leaders. They're trying to build. They're trying to do the same things as we're
Wait,
trying to
clarify
do.
that one. Please
Hold on,
clarify
hold
that.
on, hold on. Let me clarify. Like
Yeah.
a lot of professional women, right, and a lot of women in the United States are getting more independent, right? So they want to be able to have their own money, lots of money. They want to build businesses, all that great stuff, but at the expense of their femininity, their cooperation, and submission to a man. That's the way I see it. And I feel like the numbers do bear it out to support my arguments for it.
Oh,
Malik, you did
sweet
not
Jesus,
clarify it. You
But
just made that clear as mud. And I'm explaining to you what it sounded like to me. Okay? And the reason why Shantae is trying to prevent her head from exploding is
yeah, that's
because
what
of
I
what
said. Like I said, cooperation, right? Like if you're combative, you're not cooperating with a man. So a lot of women don't want to cooperate with a man. They want to
Malik,
change.
you
They
just
want
told
to
every
change a
woman to
man
shut up.
to do things. What did you say?
You literally just told every woman to essentially just sit there and look
I
pretty.
didn't say shut up. When did I say for
no,
a woman to
no,
shut
no,
up?
no. Remember how I just got finished saying, let me say what it sounded like that you just said?
Like
So
my chest is coming out. I'm
what it
telling you
sounded
guys.
like you just said is you wanted a docile woman
I didn't
that
say that.
goes on. No, I'm telling you what it sounded like. I'm not saying that that's what you said. I'm saying what it sounded like. It sounded like that you want a docile woman who doesn't have an opinion, who doesn't have anything to say, and she just shuts up and does what she's told. That's what it sounded like.
Y'all
That's
totally
exactly what
twisted
it
my
No,
sounded
no,
like.
words.
no, no,
I
no, no.
didn't say any of
Let me make
that.
sure. Hold on. Let me finish what I'm saying.
I don't even understand.
I'm not saying that that's what you
Right,
said,
Detroit.
but I'm telling you, as your sister friend, your fellow co-host, sir, that is what you sounded like just now.
Well,
So that's the reason why I said, please clarify it.
I
Because
mean, I
the
mean
thing
that's why
about
y'all say it's outdated. That's why the question was posed,
no,
and
because
the
what
lady
I
said it
think,
was outdated.
no. Because what I think that you were trying to say, now I'm gonna try to translate, okay? Because what it sounded like you said is not what I believe that you were actually saying. All right. So I'm gonna try to translate. And if I'm wrong, correct me.
Right? E? I
I'm
said
trying to hold
when
you
a
down
woman
right now, okay?
cooperates, and they
What I
twisted it
believe,
like
hold
saying
on,
it's
listen.
okay.
What I believed you to be saying is a lot of times right now in today's time, there's nothing wrong with independence. There's nothing wrong with women being leaders, making money, and doing those things. The issue is that when they come home, they are at that point fighting to be the proverbial head rather than the neck, using the analogy that
Cause
Shantae
listen
did.
to what y'all
Hold,
said, right?
hold
No,
on. I'm trying to
real
hold on. I'm
quick,
trying to
Sam.
make sure I
No,
got
real
this
quick
right.
before I lose this thought. Real quick. Remember what y'all said. The man needs to submit to God first. The man always has to do something before they do anything. Remember that.
That
That's the
didn't
Hold
make
new.
any
on, wait a
That's
sense.
the
minute.
new
Oh my
modern.
God,
Hold on.
today.
A man always has
That
to
is
do
the new
something before he
modern
does anything.
manual.
Does not make sense. That was a
What the
circular
hell?
statement. I don't know what the heck you're talking about, but what I will say is this, okay? What I will say is this. What I believed that you were trying to say is that when you have the independent woman who typically is the leader at work, on top at work, all that other stuff, she comes home and she tries to lead and all that other stuff at home. When it's not her job to, it doesn't mean that she doesn't lead at home. It just means that she's trying to be the head rather than the neck. She's trying to be in. She's not trying to be a helpmeet. Rather, she's trying to lead, God, provide, and take all the blame, right? Which doesn't leave a man with very much space because it emasculates him. And it creates a conflict which disrupts peace, and it's disruptive in a way where it's not cooperative. That is what I believed you to be saying, right? But that's not what it sounded like you said to probably half the women that was on our thing. Okay. What it sounded like you said was it sounded hyper chauvinistic and
Hyper.
extremely outdated. So if
It's not
what
outdated.
you if what I just said to translate, I can understand that to a degree. All right.
because
But
because I feel like a lot of men here in this country, if you want a relationship and to last long in the relationship these days, I feel like a lot of men have to settle.
Okay, hold on. Pick me.
no,
I
we
didn't shut
talked
up
about
long
that
enough.
last week.
I didn't shut up long enough. I
Go,
can't do it no
go
more
ahead,
either.
Dante.
I've tried. I love you, Malik. Huh? And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Huh? Are you serious? We too, let's be clear. Why are women strong? Well, we come from strength. You got here through a woman.
Right.
Through labor.
Correct.
In and of that word, in and of itself. But the very thing you don't want a woman to do is the thing that got you here. But we'll put that in our back pocket and talk about that later. I am the way I am because my daddy raised me to be that way, just in case there was. I'm 40 and I'm not married. I don't look 40, but I'm 40 and I'm not married. Does that mean my grass should not get cut? What if my daddy didn't show me how to do that? What if my daddy didn't show me the traditional things that men do? If I don't take out my trash, who's going to take it out? My dog? It's got to get done. So my daddy prepared me for moments of when I don't, of when there isn't. Say I had been married and I'm 40 and I'm divorced and my husband is not in his house. Guess what? I'm single again. Maybe we got divorced because he stepped out and I couldn't get over it. That's a rabbit hole that could go down. There's a rabbit hole you could go down with that. But at the same time, submission. This is why I said that, because most the men that don't understand submission in it up its greatness, because it truly is a great thing, especially when you are a team. If God has put both of y'all together, y'all are a force to be reckoned with, and it truly is a beautiful thing. But there's beauty in submission, but the misconception behind submission to those who are still trying to find their way is that submission equates obedience. And you telling a woman that you don't want to argue or be combative. Well, maybe you should stop being combative. Why is she the one that has to be combative? Why can't it be you? That's personalities, not sex.
I agree with that. You're right. It is personalities, not sex. And I think from this a perspective of, the question, right? I don't think a woman submitting to a man is an outdated concept.
I don't think it's outdated. I saw the
I think a
idea
lot
of
of guys
submission
would really like
is out. I
a
don't
more
think it's
submissive
outdated.
lady, a
I
lady
think
who
what you said
cooperates,
was outdated.
stuff like that. What you say?
I don't think submission. And Sam gets me because Sam has been
It's
looking
not
at
like
my
you're
face
his
the entire
servant.
time.
Let me clarify.
She said,
Guys.
"Hold on, Malik." What she said was she doesn't think
like
she doesn't think submission is an outdated concept. She just thinks what you said was outdated.
I went all the way back to the 20s and probably even some parts of the 60s actually with that. Even think about the men of our Civil Rights Act, our Civil Rights Movement. Some of them didn't want their women to speak when the cameras were rolling. They just wanted them to sit there and be pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Now you had your other women that was like, nah, dog, I gotta talk. But you had some men that wanted us to sit back and be pretty. Malik, you remember me from law school. You know what me and Sam were in law school. But you know good and darn well the two of us ain't gonna ever sit back and shut up.
But
that's
to
why
your
we
point,
won
a lot
the
of women wanted
competitions
to
we
go
won.
back to that.
We beat boys.
As far as how the men were treating them. So women want the best of both worlds. They want the more independence that they have now, but they also want to go back to the 60s, like you were saying.
Stop,
have the men
No, I don't want to go back to the 60s.
They want the benefits of both
That's not what I want at all.
Stop. No.
That's not what I want at all. But thank you for mansplaining what I want.
Right. Stop.
Not you. Not you.
No, Malik, listen to me, please. For the love of God.
Well, you gotta make
this ain't it.
Malik,
where you at? Help your boy. Help your boy.
No, listen, Malik. Oh,
run it.
It's
Wait
okay.
till y'all
I'm in the
run
minority.
this. Malik,
okay.
listen. Let me say something to you.
That's why it's counterpoise. I got to give the counterpoising view, the view that nobody wants to hear.
That is very true, and I appreciate that. Nevertheless,
however,
I am going to tell you this.
Yeah, I know Detroit. I try to tell
them. And I got something for Detroit too, because Detroit put a comment in here. I'm waiting to say something too. So, Malik, in response to what you just said,
you got to support the manosphere, man.
Listen to me, okay? First and foremost, Malik, no. what you just said was 100% wrong. Okay. It's not
Well, you in the
the
area.
concept of having your cake and eating it too. It's not. It's not that at all. It's almost like, let me give it to you a different way. It's like saying Black people should be happy with what they got.
Ah, Sam. God.
And that ain't it.
Come on.
That ain't it.
No,
that is not
it. I disagree with
Hold
that
on.
comparison.
No,
Wholeheartedly.
what you just said is the equivalent to Black people should be happy with what they got, and that
Drink from your colored fountain, and don't you try to fight for equality.
That's
right.
not what it is.
I know that's not what you were trying to say.
It said it's a minority.
What you just said.
That is not what I said.
Hold on. Let me speak.
Not what I said.
When women want their independence and equality, that doesn't mean it's in spite of a man. It means they want their independence and equality because they deserve it.
No, what I'm saying is they want
Hold
the
on, let me
benefits
finish.
that they
Let me
have
finish.
now.
Let
Okay,
me
go ahead,
finish.
go ahead.
I let you speak. Let me finish. Okay. I understand, Malik, what you mean, but every time you say what you keep saying,
What's up,
it ain't coming out like that, bruh. It's coming out like you just put another nail in the coffin, and I keep trying to throw you the rope to save you, but then you
Malik,
keep
you're gonna be
putting
buying
another nail
girls
in the
hot
coffin.
wings.
The thing of it is
hot
this:
wings for a while after this.
women naturally are able to submit and be a helpmeet and all that naturally, but they're not gonna just follow somebody that's not they don't trust where they're taking them.
That's right.
And so because they have to feel that trust, that's why I was talking about courting earlier. That's why I was mentioning red flags earlier. That's why I mentioned vetting earlier. Because a woman is not gonna just follow, submit, and do all of this stuff for somebody that they are not they don't feel safe with. They don't feel provided for with. They don't feel protected with. They're not going to do that, right?
Detroit Rojo said that.
Hold on for a
Another
second.
time, Ma.
And as for Detroit Rojo, he said, "We fight with women. We fight with the world. We don't need to fight with our significant other." I have a news flash. Black women specifically fight with the world too. And don't nobody want to come home to all of that foolishness either.
Yes,
and I understand, and Malik, you know, because I will sit here and I will fight for the Black man every day, all day. But what is not about to happen is y'all ain't about to act like Black women don't have their own fight, and that we don't have to sit here and fight for Black people and as a woman as well. Like we don't have our own struggles, our own fights, and all that other stuff. And one of the reasons why Black women are always placed in the category of being so strong, aside from the whole episode, the whole series we did on the Willie Lynch letter and everything else, it's also because the way that we have to act and behave and move in this world, we are fighting on two fronts, and a lot of time there's a lack of support.
Yeah.
And so we have to go through all of this extra stuff. So no, we don't want to fight with our significant other because not for nothing, we are tired. Tired. So, you know, I just want to make sure I just want to make sure I said all that, right? And then let me see. Let me look at these compliments. Stop twisting his words. He was Hold on. What's this you talk about? Detroit Rojo? Stop twisting his words. He was someone that sits up and listens. I don't know who you're talking about. He says, see y'all talking to the extreme. LOL. Asking for cooperation sounds like a robot now. No, it doesn't. I think it goes to what I was saying before. If a woman is not cooperating and all the other stuff, that means there's something in her that does not feel safe. She either doesn't feel safe. And when I say safe, I don't mean like harm is about to come to her physically, but I mean she doesn't feel a certain level of comfort in order to naturally submit. Because that's the thing about women in submission.
Yeah. So that's the point that I really want to hit home here. That's my main point. Like the women in this country specifically, And if we want to go down to black women, it's very rare for them to naturally submit. There's always some conditions to it. There's always something about it. Like, okay, we're taught that there's an expectation for us to provide. Most of us know this, even if we don't do it or not. But the men do know about it. But women, on the other hand, it's like most of them resist it, right? Currently in this dating market, right? The dating market, they resist submission, they resist cooperation, but they promote the independence, which is great, but they also want to have men treat them like the women were treated in the 60s, but they don't want the bad side of that treatment
Who
either,
told
No,
no,
right?
no,
no,
who told you
that's a
that?
man. Hold on, what
That's
you
not
just
true.
said, Malik, that's a man expectation.
Yes.
Men are constantly talking about female expectations, but they never think about the expectation of a man. The expectations of a man are for her to be submissive in a way in which they would expect for a woman in the 60s, right? To an extent, to a certain degree. They want her to be cooperative. They want her to be this. They want her to be that. But what they're not doing is giving her reasons to feel that way.
That part.
You see what I'm saying? Like if I go to a restaurant and I order steak, right? I have to pay for it. My steak better be right. How I ordered it based on the fact that I just spent my money on it, right? But the thing is, you have to
Okay, let's
put
keep
the
it real
money.
about these dates. Out of all, let's say
Why
you
did
go
you
on a
go back
hundred
to that
dates, how
example?
many are you really going to be paying? You're probably going to be paying less
You
at that
you
100
totally
than
just
more
missed the
if you're
So
point.
going
you're
That
out
was
with a
wrong.
in
man.
the
So
no,
Like, let's
no,
keep
no,
it
and
real.
no.
you missed
Most
her.
of the
You
time, the men
actively
are going to
missed
be
her point.
providing something.
Malik, you
So y'all got
totally
to keep
missed
it
my
real.
point.
You
You,
actively
you
missed her point.
totally missed my point. My point is
Okay,
that
what's
was an
your point?
analogy. When I'm talking about paying for a steak, that's an analogy. If I go to a restaurant by myself, not on a date, and I'm paying for a steak and I want my steak cooked a particular way, I have to pay the money for that steak, depending on the type that I get. If I want a T-bone, if I want a filet mignon, whatever I want, however I want it, it needs to be cooked that way because that's what I paid for. So in this analogy, the woman is the
Right.
steak, right? The woman is the steak, right? And the problem is, the problem that we are having in today's dating society is that a man will pay $20 for a $40 steak and get mad that he got a $20 steak.
And then too, Sam, what we're not also addressing is women, men, you want us to be
It's
cooperative
still
and
providing the steak, though.
you want us to be all
It's not
these
the way money.
things. But what is that woman? You're getting that woman eggshell plaintiff. You're getting her as she is. You don't
Facts,
understand the
Ashley.
stuff that she's gone through from men. Men have probably drug her. Men can't keep it in their pants. You don't know if that man done drug her around physically. You don't know what that woman done been through. And yet you want, all she wants from you is some conversation and a goddamn salad. And you can't buy her a salad just to sit and talk. It is your pleasure to sit in front of that woman.
Let's
She
keep
is
it a
your
buck.
queen. Listen,
Always order more
Malik.
than a salad.
Listen, Malik. Women, if you come to the table with the understanding that women are queens, even if that woman don't know she's a queen herself yet, she may not be there in her journey yet. But maybe you are. Maybe it's a bit of a seed that you can plant in her. Maybe you ain't the dude for her, but maybe you also planted a seed in her for her to find something, learn something of herself, and then take that lesson for the betterment of her. There are systematic things that women go through,
Right.
and they are very real. We have
Mm-hmm.
to go through. We still not getting the same pay as men in the same positions. That stuff is in 2022. That stuff is still real. I
That's
have to
true.
be better. I have to be better than my white counterpart and my black male counterpart just to be heard in a room, to get a seat at the table. That's why women are building their own tables.
Okay.
And if I got to fight with you, see, here's another thing. Y'all thinking chicks out here single because they have to be. No, chicks are single. So a lot of the times we don't want to. Men aren't stepping up and rising to the occasion. I shouldn't have to do the things that I do, and I'm not gonna sit around and wait for you to do it. I'll be waiting forever, and ain't nobody shaking the sand in Detroit.
You're making me laugh.
Malik, I don't know you anymore. I can't even believe. I never would have thought you would have said that. And Sam hit it on the head. What she did, she translated very well for you. Because if Sam didn't translate for you, you was gonna get one of them good old Cooley Shante conversations. One of those good old mock trial moot court pellet brief Shantays.
I mean, I understand y'all
I'm
disagree with
confused.
me on a lot of it, but I think I have some valid points.
Nah,
I
it's
think
not just
for me,
about disagreeing, Malik. You just had to make sure that your message was conveyed appropriately because we don't want
Absolutely.
people
We
out
don't
here
want
looking at
anybody
you
to
like
think
you
that
a
you're
male
not.
chauvinist.
no,
Y'all,
Because
no,
I
I'm
don't
not
think
saying
understanding,
that women need to.
understanding
no,
gentlemen.
Like,
hold on. Let me say what I'm saying.
okay,
The
go ahead.
reason why I had to clarify what you said, now understand, the men in our comments may have understood exactly what you said. The women in our comments, I know for a fact was like, what in the hell?
I'm
So
reading
when
it.
I restated what you said, I know the men probably were like, what? But the women understood that what I said is exactly what you were saying. And it's not because, you and I have had so many conversations. In no way are you a chauvinist. In no way
Right.
do you think that women should not have equal rights. In no way do you think that women should not be leading and things like that. I know that. You see what I'm saying? I'm very, very well aware of that. But the way that came off, I just wanted to make sure that you wasn't boxing yourself in, bro. So
No,
I had
no,
to
no. I am boxing
kind of,
myself in
No,
though.
no,
no, you
no.
don't
I
need
Accept
think
the
I
to.
am
help,
You
boxing
Malik.
don't need to.
myself.
Accept the
See,
help,
the thing
Malik. See,
about it is we don't have to agree with that, right? But
right.
we don't have to agree with your statement, but I also didn't want you to look crazy. I didn't
Yeah.
want you out here looking like a chauvinist because I
Yes,
don't think that
I
that
was
was the
about to
point.
clear it up too.
Yeah, I don't think
I'm
that
not
that
a
was the point you
chauvinist,
were trying.
but
I know
Right,
that you're
right. And
not.
I was
And that's
actually
what I'm
about to
saying.
use that disclaimer.
I didn't want you to be painted in that light. So I wanted to,
Right,
that's the reason why I had to translate what you
right.
said, because that was what it was given. And I was
right.
like, no, that's not what he's trying to say. So let's go ahead
No,
and
no.
read.
I
But
really
also
wanted to.
understand too, Malik, what Sam did was a solid, truly, because we hear that a lot from men. And so I hate the word trigger,
Right,
but
but
that is a bit of a trigger
if
for us.
you're hearing a lot from it from men,
No,
simply for
no. You finna miss what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
okay,
That's
go
not
ahead, go
what I'm
ahead,
saying.
go
I'm
ahead.
not hearing that statement from men a lot. What I'm saying is when we hear it like that. And what I know from Malik, I'm telling the world, Malik is probably, he hands down is my top 5 sweetest men I've ever met in law school.
Hey,
Hands down.
hey,
Hands
I
down.
just want well the goal. The reason why I'm saying what I'm saying is because I would like for specifically Black people, right, to be in more marriages, right, because the marriage rates are pretty low. Everybody, but Black women are doing the worst, right? So we need to get the
Doing the
marriages up.
worst.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
least
but what he
likely to be
means by
married.
that,
So Black
Shantae,
women
is
are
that,
least likely to be married. We did a
yeah.
show about it. Y'all can check it out on
Mhm.
YouTube where
Do
Black
all
women are
Black
least
women
likely.
want to be married?
No, what he's saying is
Not
statistically,
not all of
Black
them,
women are the least married.
but they're least
It's
married.
not about the desire. It's just
Okay.
statistically, Black women are the least married. Mhm.
And we being all that one grand Grace. Right, exactly. Detroit. But what I'm saying is Black women are least likely to get married, right? And we want them to get married more. So what would help them get married more, right? What do these guys want that would encourage them to marry them? So that's the thing that I feel like people should focus on because remember, who does the marrying here, right? I think we all can agree who does the marrying, who proposes, right? Are women all proposing to men? I mean,
May,
some do, but most of the
may,
time,
may
a
I say
man
something,
proposes to a
Malik?
woman, right?
Malik, may I say
Or
something?
vice versa.
Why do you
Hold
want
on,
women to?
but
You
based
said
on the
something about
statement that
that.
you just made, but hold on, based on the statement you just made, that's the premise that only women have to make changes.
No, no,
And the
I
thing,
wasn't. I wasn't
hold on, let
finished
me
because
hold
y'all
on.
guys
Okay,
cut me
go
off.
ahead,
I wasn't
go
finished.
ahead, go ahead, go
So,
ahead.
so when I'm just saying one segment, it's not explained. I'm not saying that only women have to make changes to answer your question. Men need to too, but it's always talked about what men need to do, right? Oh, you ain't this, you ain't that. No one ever says a woman ain't this, a woman ain't that.
Yes, they
It's
do.
very
You just
rare.
did.
Like,
You just no, Malik, and that's what I'm
no,
saying.
hold on. I'm just gonna say one more sentence. Like, a lot of black men will say stereotypical things to insult women, but there's a bunch of support. Like, oh, you need to stop bashing women, stuff like that. But there's no constructive criticism that we can display in our community amongst each other. Like, a black man can't criticize a black woman without animosity, and a black woman can't criticize a black man without animosity. And I think that needs to change.
Right. It does need to change from both sides, because here's the thing. You just said a whole litany of things that black women hear all the time about stop being so strong and independent and using masculine energy and all of this. But nobody ever talks about, like, yeah, you hear a whole lot of how women are raised to say, oh, he ain't this, he ain't that, he ain't shit, whatever, excuse my language, but you know what I'm saying? Or having these expectations of the black man. But at the same time, when you make these statements like, but the black woman is so loud and obnoxious and combative and she doesn't cooperate, those are those same kinds of statements. And the thing, and that's what I'm saying, that's what I was saying before, like, you hear it from both sides, but the attention is never on that. Because what happens is there's a lot more men that have a very old school way of thinking. And because they have that old school way of thinking, they're not as open to changing that. It's not necessarily a competition of who can be on top. It's a situation of people growing to figure out how they can be together. And the problem is that both men and women, specifically black men and black women, it's almost like a competition of who can be on the top, when that's not what it needs to be. It needs to be, how do we grow together? And that means that those old, antiquated, chauvinistic ways of living and thought have to go, because it's not going to work like that. That's an old school way of thought. However, women gotta chill. You see what I'm saying? They gotta chill. They're so busy. Women are so busy going, full steam ahead, that they are essentially running over men. You see what I'm saying? Not running over them in the sense like they gotta beat them, but running over them just to get to an equal playing field. And so I think that the problem is that because everybody is so busy trying to compete with one another, they're not having a meeting of the minds. And so with black women being the least
Hey, what's up,
married, the black women being the least married, a lot of it has to do with the fact that it's not because black men are doing the proposing. Because, like Shantae, there's a lot of black women, although there are a lot of black women that want to be in a relationship, want to be married, all that other stuff. There's a lot that have said, forget it, never mind.
Auntie Oprah,
yeah,
there's a lot of Stedman, and she says she's not marrying him
because
she needs to shut up and be submissive.
Well,
Everett said, hold on, let me read what Everett said. It said, agreed. It ain't no competition, but it seems like it's a battle. It seems like it's a battle, and that's why we are having the convo on cooperation. But the convo for cooperation it has to be both ways. It can't be she's not cooperating with me. We are not cooperating with one another. And that right there is the biggest issue. Because when you say she's not being cooperative with me, it sounds like she's not doing what I... Hold on, let me finish my sentence. It sounds like she's not doing what I said, as opposed to we're not coming to a meeting of the minds. Because if you're coming to a meeting of the minds, there's gonna be peace. It's gonna be a lot more peaceful.
Yeah.
Okay. But I was gonna say, what's wrong with the woman cooperating with her man?
What's wrong with the man cooperating with his woman?
Nothing.
It's not a matter. No, there is something. No, but Malik, there is something wrong with that, because it's not a matter of. Hold on. It's not a matter of one person cooperating with the other person. It's you are to cooperate with one another. You see what I'm saying? If I'm cooperating with you, that means I'm literally either settling with what you just told me, or compromising for what you just told me. But it's not an equal compromise. I'm the one that's giving the sacrifice. it's not an equal sacrifice. And that's what I mean. It has to be equal. So Malik said that Detroit Roger was asking,
Yes,
are you
Detroit.
expecting men to lead? Yes, but you can't lead if the man is a head and the woman is a neck. What is he leading?
You can't turn your head without your neck.
It ain't gonna be head and shoulders. You out here looking stupid.
Well, Detroit. I would say this: a lot of women today, they want men to lead, and they want to be behind us, steering us in the direction they want us
Because you
to
lead
go.
from behind.
Right?
That's what a help
They
me
Hold
don't
on.
want
does.
to stand
What
next to us while we're
wait,
leading.
what king doesn't listen to his general in a battle?
They don't want to stand next to us. They want to be behind us, steering us where to go. Like we're some car.
Hold on,
They don't want to be next to us.
hold on. Let me ask you a question. When you look at a company, even the United States government structure, you have the president and you have the vice president.
Ooh.
Okay? The president is the
Right,
head.
Detroit.
The vice president helps the head. They're second in command. Doesn't mean that the vice president is not a leader. They're absolutely a leader. They just lead differently, right? But it's their job to help the head of state, right? So if it's the job to lead from behind because you're second in command, guess what? That's your job to steer them. Hey, I'm your top advisor. I'm your top advisor. That means I see things that you don't see. And when I'm telling you something is wrong over here on the right, maybe you need to consider this on the left. That's how you help me. That's how you lead from behind. It's not, yes, you are to steer. You can stand right next to him, but as a leader, you are to lead, guide, provide, and take all of the blame. You see what I'm saying? And as a helpmeet, I am supposed to help you avoid problems, trouble,
Absolutely.
war, whatever. You
Why
see what
would
I'm
you be with
saying?
somebody you don't trust their counsel?
Right. If as a man, as a leader, you shouldn't want to be with somebody you don't trust their counsel. And as a woman, you shouldn't be with someone if you don't trust where they're
Trust them to
taking
lead
you.
you. Absolutely. There it is. And see that right there, that's the key. If I don't trust you to lead me, I don't trust you to lead me because you don't trust me enough to believe in what I say. You want
Hold
so
on,
much from
Detroit.
me
Hold on for a
as a
second. I'm
woman.
reading. I'm reading. We got a lot of comments, and I can't. There's no way I can read all of them. Right. Um. I'm just gonna go back to. I read the question that Detroit Rojo said. He says, "Do women want men to lead or not?" They do. We just answered that. But what if he pays all the bills? I mean, that's a different conversation because that paying bills doesn't necessarily equate leadership,
That's right.
right?
I agree with
You
that.
know, that's just a financial decision between two people. You know, like what are we eating for dinner? Because we can't lead if you let us. That doesn't make any sense. If you trust us to drive, then stop grabbing at the wheel. So understand something. If a woman is grabbing at the wheel, that means she doesn't trust you where you taking her, right? But if
Let me
she can
comment
sit,
when you're done, Sam.
okay, if she's sitting there and she's giving you directions as your co-pilot, like you need to take a right, as opposed to grabbing the steering wheel and turning it right, she's afraid that you're going to take her somewhere she's not trying to go. So in that case, she's not supposed to be there with you. You see what I'm saying? And if you don't trust the directions that she's giving you as your co-pilot, she don't need to be in the car.
That's
You
right.
see what I'm saying? That's it's the same. It's the exact same narrative. Over we can have 1,000 different analogies, but the answer is going to be the same. You see what I'm saying?
I like that analogy you put, like of the plane and the pilot. Like your guy, the man is a pilot, right? Think of it like that, and the lady's a co-pilot, right? And if the passengers are the kids, right? So
Right.
you don't want the plane to go down. So the pilot's in charge of the navigation and flying the plane. If something happens to the pilot or he can't do it, the co-pilot will do it. So I think that's a great analogy, and I think women who and they don't emasculate a man, like they aid them and inspire them to be better leaders, be better husbands, be better people. Those are the best women and best examples to counterbalance the man who that she wants to take the lead, but also she has a vital role in the relationship where she's not taking a step back, where she's inspiring him, where she's giving him wise counsel and advice about stuff that he may know about or may not know about. But at the end of the day, she knows to respect him and respect some of the decisions he makes, and she knows to use that discernment on when to chime in, like, "Hey, this is a really bad decision. I can't get down with this," but
Exactly.
or if it's a small thing, like, "Okay, I'll let it rock because I know he's a man and he wants to, he might be a little stubborn." So I think it's really onus on the woman to kind of know that discernment and be delicate with that type of decision making when you guys are in a decision making process of your lives.
Right. Now I agree with that, but I do believe that there are women that don't have that. Well, let
Oh
me
yeah.
rephrase it.
A lot of
It's not that they don't have it, they don't use it at all. It's just some
I had
suppressed.
to learn. I had to learn to protect a man's pride
Right.
because my mouth is sharp. My tongue is very sharp, and everything that I thought I was thinking is actually coming out my mouth. And
Hmm.
so, in what I learned in this dating walk is I have to protect that man's pride because the world is trying to destroy him anyway. I
Hmm.
can't be that extra foot on his neck. I got to
Right.
help him up, but he has to allow me to help him up.
Right. And when he doesn't, and he's trying to put you in the back with the passengers, and you're supposed to be the co-pilot,
Come on.
that becomes a problem. And so, what based on what it was perceived, what Malik was saying, it sounded like he was saying you back there with the passengers and not
Right.
sitting up here. And I know that that's not what you were trying to say. Ashley said, "Are men comfortable with the thought of the woman just being just as capable? Why would you want a partner who can't contribute to anything? Why we both can't be able to lead." So it's not, I don't think that it's that we both can't be able to lead. I think that it's just two different roles, right? It's like, you know, even Detroit Rojo kind of said earlier, like when the president is not available, the vice president is the leader. And it's that's exactly it. It's not that one is unable to lead. It's just that you're doing different things. You have two different jobs. You can't expect me to, okay, if a woman is going to have a baby, you can't expect the man to carry it in gestation. It's just not
Yeah.
how it works. That's not
Yeah.
his job. That's not his role.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
Impossible.
saying? Like, and I think that a lot of times people misconstrue the ability to have equality with mixing what their role is, right? And when I say role, I don't mean like the traditional gender role, barefoot and pregnant. I mean the role of where we are supposed to be when we are in a relationship. Because the problem is a lot of people are not taught how to be in relationships. They're not.
Mhm.
Women are taught how to cater to men. Men are taught how to provide, but nobody's taught how to maintain relationship and have relationship and pour into relationship. And I think that that's one of the biggest reasons why there's so many problems between men and women in general, no matter what their nationality is, their color, their race, their creed, whatever. Um, Ashley also said it's going to be areas where he's stronger and vice versa. You're absolutely right.
Right.
Because, and that's where the support comes in,
Yeah.
right? And being submissive, right? Because you have to be teachable. In any relationship, you have to be teachable. People will walk around and not allow themselves to be open to learn, grow, and be teachable. Because if you're not teachable, you're difficult, you're hard to deal with, you're hard, and that's going to be in any and every realm aspect of your life. That's going to be not just in your relationship with your significant other. That's going to be in relationship with friends, family, work, whatever. You're just going to continuously hit a wall and have all these problems.
Right.
Ever said, I think that you definitely want a woman who can take lead, but I think that we might need to to identify what is the strength of each person. That's absolutely, I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Three
Because
things
you
I
can't
agree with Everett on tonight, y'all.
look at y'all.
But
And
to
then,
Ashley's point, what if we flipped it, right? Like, because you mentioned can both people lead, the man and the woman. So what if we just reverse it, right? Let the woman lead, let her do the traditional, what you would call a man role is. Would she be happy with a man in her house, in their house, excuse me, and she's doing the providing and doing the traditional roles of a man? Would she be happy with that?
There are
So
some
I
women
that's
who
think,
do that.
that's one of
I
the
think, yes. I think
There are
that if
some
that's
women
what
who do it.
she, I think that if
that's
that's what
something to
she
think about.
chooses,
Like, would you really be
I
happy
think
with
that
her,
if
or would you
that's
be
what she
happy the other way?
chooses, no, I think that, because remember last week, Malik, when we were talking about how, like, in some relationships, it's like to each his own. Some people make these types of sacrifices and compromises where she might go and work and do all of these things and he may stay home. If he's contributing in some way, I can see where women would be okay with that, right? It's like, it's one thing if she goes to work and she's, bringing home the bacon, so to speak, and she comes home and the house is clean and the dinner's cooked. You see what I'm saying? Like, she doesn't have to come home from a long day's work and do all of the things, and he's literally just sitting there. Like, what are you
But
here for if
what if
you're
he
not doing
says like,
anything?
honey, did you remember to pay the bills? Honey, can you give me my upkeep?
I
Like, you know
mean
what I
that,
mean?
but if
Like,
you're talking about traditional switching, then that's what you're gonna get.
I mean, I personally, I think most women wouldn't be happy with that. That's one of the reasons why I said people can't lead at the same time. I think a woman has her expertise in her stuff, or if she's a professional or she has special skills, she leads in that stuff. And then the man who has his skills and his expertise and stuff and his knowledge about stuff, he leads in that. But when it comes to the whole family unit as a structure, I think that's something you guys got to compromise on and work on, and that's where you come
You
to know
do.
your partner.
I agree with that. I think that
And,
that's something
and
that you
you'll
have
know
to
what
figure
works for
out, just
him
like
and what works
financial.
for her, vice versa, financially or just decision making.
But I'm just saying, I think that that's something that two people have to figure out on their own, because just like money, right? How are you going to deal with the money and the financial aspects of your relationship? That's something that you guys have to figure out. I don't think that that's something that needs to be cookie cutter for every circumstance and relationship. I
Yeah,
think that
yeah,
that's something that two
change
people
for
have to
sure.
figure out on their own as far as what's going to work for them, you
Right.
know? And I think it's okay if that's what they choose. Like, that's their business. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Um,
Not one shoe fits all, that's for sure.
yeah, absolutely. Right, E. Maybe he's a better cook. I know that's right. Maybe she can make more than him. Absolutely. If he's a better cook and she makes more than
That
him, it
actually
might
needs to be
work.
one of y'all questions for another show.
Because not for
We need to
nothing.
ask these chicks who out here cooking and no. You
Oh,
Yeah,
cooking
but
it
some of
wrong.
them ain't. Some of them ain't. They over here making chicken Alfredo, and that's it.
so both of us are messing up on our traditional rules, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but see, you talk about messing up on traditional roles, but why does everything have to be
So
traditional?
It
let me say
doesn't.
let me say this. I see a therapist just so I can get thoughts out, right? I think everybody should talk to somebody. And my therapist said something to me. This man said, because he realized that I wanted a child, and um, so I work for a very lucrative company. I'll say that. I'll tell y'all who I work for later.
Now, let me send you my cash up.
Anyway, these people have afforded me the opportunity. I don't even need a guy to have a child. So I was talking to my therapist about that, and my therapist said something that blew my mind. What are Shantae's values? Because you keep telling me the values of your mom and your parents and your grandparents, but though yesterday's values don't have to be today's values. Simply put, what worked back then worked back then. This is 2022. This ain't 1982.
Right.
This ain't 1992. This ain't even 2002.
Facts.
Today, it looks different for us. So we don't have to have what we would label as traditional. That's what worked for them back then. They also didn't have iPhones.
Right,
They
Ron.
also didn't have Instagram to
Oh,
sit and have these type of platforms to even discuss these
yeah, they
types of
weren't
things.
taking all these girl trips and, vacations and stuff.
Now my grandma took girl trips. They took, but
And posted it, though.
you see what I'm saying? So we're saying all these traditional roles. Those don't have to be the roles of 2022. There are men out there who want to be stay-at-home parents.
She
That's
said
what she
that.
said, E. And yes, you do not need a man for a child. Not in 2022.
I would like no.
No, he's asking if you need one. because based on being able to conceive a child without a
I
physical,
mean, you don't
So
need.
I'll say this. My company, when I say that, when I say a man, I mean, I don't need a husband. And my mama, let's go back in this conversation where I tell you my mama's a whole preacher.
Let me get on my
So
cash app.
having a child outside of wedlock in her mind means fornication. Well, where I work, it means surrogacy. It means adoption. It means
yeah,
free
there we
egg.
go.
We'll pay for it all.
Thank you for explaining that. And that's what I meant
Go ahead
to
with
Everett.
that.
It's not to say that. Did you just put your cash app? Look at now,
Malik,
sir.
leave me alone.
I'm struggling here.
Listen, look, you just threw me off, Malik. So yes, to answer your question, good brother, there are ways to have children without a man. It doesn't necessarily mean that's always the preferable way for most women, but it just means that it's not impossible. That's all
I
I'm. That's
agree,
all I'm
but
saying.
she's in a different situation than most women are, right? She works at this lucrative company. She's a professional, and
No, but there's a lot of
stuff like
women out
that.
there, though,
A lot of
Malik,
women
that
are in that
want to have
position.
children. Hold on, though, Malik. There's a lot of women out there that want to have children who are not married, who are not in a relationship, and they want to have a baby because although men don't have a time clock, women do. And
Agreed.
so because of that, they find other ways to make it happen. And so whether it be surrogacy, whether they have some deal with some man, or they go to a clinic, they adopt. There's all of these different ways to make that happen, and so it happens a lot, and they even have it so there's payment plans for you to be able to do it. So working at a lucrative company doesn't necessarily mean that it still can't be done.
Yeah, but if most black women are making 41,000 a year, and that's the average, I don't know if they're going to be going through that process.
You'd be surprised.
But I could be wrong. Like you said, they could be making it more affordable. But I mean, I don't know. You could speak more to the pricing point on that, but most women aren't going to do that. I don't think. Right?
You'd
I
be
don't know.
surprised. You'd be
Well,
surprised.
you're
Do
back
y'all
in
think
Depending
so?
on
I don't
depending
think
on
so.
when you
depending
really
on the age of the woman and what she has going on in her life, you would be
you're back.
surprised.
You do what you have to do. You're done.
Yeah, but I guess that is an upward trend. But I don't know if that's the majority nowadays. I guess in 10 years or 15 more years, yeah, it's looking like it's heading that way.
Over the age
So
of 35.
Eve said, okay, I feel that,
Yeah,
but I do think that just like a single dad needs a female to be in that child's life, a single mother needs a male influence. Also, it's possible, but maybe not ideal as a home. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It may not be ideal or what she ideally wants, but it's completely possible.
Right. It's completely possible. And so that premise is based on the assumption that they're not already strong men in the family, in that person's life that has stated that they fill in the gap. Then there are a lot of children in the system who require love. And that would be
I'm
better than
listening.
foster homes. You just don't know what is considered a fruitful situation for all parties involved. And like Sam said, y'all can make babies until y'all die. You could be 107 and getting 1 foot in the grave. You can still have.
Mm-hmm. How you
Well,
doing,
I mean,
sir?
I like that as an option for older women, but for women who aren't older, I think being taught that discernment, being taught like how to pick the right guy, I think
But
that's a
I
vital
think that
skill
needs to
too.
be taught to both men and
Because
women
there's a
at a
bunch of,
young age
let's
because
keep
it
it
goes
real.
to
There's a bunch of
relationships.
nonsense guys out here, just like there's a bunch of
A
nonsense
whole
women.
lot.
I've met them all. They
But
said hello.
most women that I've either spoken to or you hear speak on YouTube or TV, they said they've met a good guy, but for some reason they weren't ready or they passed him up. So
And
women
vice
do,
versa.
yes,
That's what the whole
but
time where
women
the
do
one that got away
encounter
came
good
from.
dudes. It's not like they don't
Come on,
encounter
Sam.
any good dudes at all. So,
Boy, Sam
like,
out here teaching you, Malik, and you are missing the lesson.
but
Ooh, you
you
missing
can't.
the lesson.
Come on, most women you hear that story. They met a good dude, but something went bad that they could have got over it, but
But
they
Malik, I just said there's a
that
lot.
story's common.
You hear that? Hold on, no. But truth be told, you hear that more from men than you do from women.
That's
You
true.
do.
Women
I mean,
get over a lot
It
okay.
because
doesn't
but
mean
we
it
get
doesn't mean that
strength
it
in us
doesn't
to do that.
happen, but you hear that more from men than you do from women. That's where the whole adage
I don't
came
disagree
from.
there, but you
But
guys have a
yeah,
more of a
but
time
that's where the
clock and
whole
all those
adage.
other
But that's
issues.
where the whole
So
adage, the one that got away, came from. It
right,
came from some man sitting around talking to his partners about how he let that one get away because he was out
Mm,
there doing the
you're
dumb
right.
shit.
you out here talking now, Sam.
Yeah,
That's
you're
good.
right, but women are actually, getting married later, so it's like they're starting to catch up with us on the one that got away trend as well. So
I agree with that statement, but but it's still at a
women
much
are
higher rate
for
now.
forgiving
Because
more
another part of
forgiving than
the other
men.
part, women are more absolutely, and that's part of the problem.
Eh, I
That's
would
right,
use
y'all. That's my
I would
friend
use the word
Cortez Harris.
emotional. Forgiving, I don't know, maybe.
Absolutely no, because women will stick by a man when he done put her through the ringer. But if
Oh,
a
come on.
woman does
Ooh,
half the
sure
things
will.
that half these men do, it'll be over. It's a wrap.
Let's go
We
back to
started
the
this
first statement I
whole
made tonight.
entire
They
episode.
cannot take
Hold
what
on,
they
we
do to
started
us.
this whole episode when Shantae popped in. One of the first things she said
They can't
was
touch
that
it.
men cannot handle when a woman does what he does to her. And
Right,
that right
I
there is
agree.
exactly what that goes to. Women are
All right,
more
Mr. Harrison.
forgiving than men. You know what I'm saying? Because a woman is gonna forgive a man for something that a man would not forgive her for. That
Especially
is
like
a
her first
absolute.
love, like if she meet her first Pookie, for example,
Oh, this boy said Pookie. Y'all get
like
Malik.
she'll give Pookie, let Pookie do everything to her. And the moment she leaves Pookie, she gets to the next man. The walls and barriers are all up. She all uncomfortable. Takes so much time just to get her to, cooperate with what you're doing. That
Mhm.
it's very frustrating. You know.
Cooperative.
So
That's
so they got those,
right.
past trauma. We all got trauma. So it's
We
like
all
that's
do.
another note. People
He
need,
hit us with every we all
Like
got pain.
Sante said, people need to seek counseling and therapy and stuff
I
like
do.
that.
I do.
Especially our
Heal.
people. It's very
I do.
important
Yes,
Heal.
to
because
build
One
those
way
I
or
healthy
agree
another.
with you.
relationships.
We do a lot of it's not Malik, it's not your fault. Sam, it's not your fault what I went through.
Right.
So how I want to say, how dare I put that on you? But sometimes you can't help it because you're not equipped with the tools to succeed emotionally in those areas. So that a lot of those issues that we're talking about, why
Mhm.
you're saying women are combative and can't cooperate. What happened to that
Yeah,
woman?
it might be
I'm
some
gonna
past
turn
trauma
around
in
and say
there.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Why is he like every time I go out, he got something to say? Or why he checking for my outfit like that? Or not that any of these things has ever been said to me. People are
I'm
not
sorry,
perfect.
woman to boy, what in the hell? I'm
They
sorry.
do that with Shantae. But I'm just
No,
saying,
hold on for a second, Shantae. Woman to boy just asked the question. I said, what in the hell?
What is he
I said,
talking about?
would a man be wrong if he brought in the woman he's cheating on in front of his significant other? What What do y'all think? Wait, let
I
me
mean,
make sure
it's
I'm
not
understanding
honest
what
if
you're
he's
asking.
cheating unless she agrees to the cheating. And if she
Hold on,
agrees,
hold
that's a
on, wait,
swinger
wait,
relationship.
wait.
It's
Time
swingers.
out. My brain is about to short circuit because I can't. I think I read that question wrong. I want to make sure I understood that question. Are you asking what if a man who has a significant other, okay, if he's cheating, the chick he's cheating on, we're gonna call her his paramour. That is a legal
that's
term.
cute.
Okay, that's a legal
Y'all
term.
give it to
Paramour,
give it
his
to
side
us.
Paramore.
piece. Okay, so what we're gonna say is, are you asking if a man has a significant other, he brings his paramour, aka side piece, in front of his significant other?
Paramore.
Is that okay?
I know one person that's gonna walk out with no legs. All I can say is gonna be one person in that scenario that's gonna
D.
walk out
Kelly
with one
Buzz, what's
leg.
up? Nah, that's not
It's
What's
gonna
okay.
up,
be
T. Kelly Buzz? Yeah,
That's not
women to
okay.
boy. That's gonna be a no. That's not
He
okay.
knows that's a
Not
no.
not unless
Not unless
the
they're
significant other
swingers
is okay
or
with that.
is there an
they
agreement?
open
Because
relationship. Yeah, if
sometimes
they're in
the
agreement, yeah.
agreements.
Kind of like
Then the
Bill
open
Gates.
relationship, cool, but
It's all
otherwise,
good
oh
until
no.
one party disagrees, just like Bill Gates and Melinda Gates.
E said, but y'all want to have the nation in instability. Like, what you talking about, E?
Because he talking about Putin and told these folks to go ahead and run up on them. Y'all get y'all.
Lord Jesus is afar. Y'all need to get y'all friend.
That's y'all cousin. Y'all see how all of us just like.
It's being honest. No, it's not being honest because you're cheating. That's not honest.
Yeah, Wilmington, boy, listen to Malik, please.
like cheating is not honest. It's different if you're saying, oh, they have an open relationship, or she agrees
Right.
to you
Yeah,
having
that's
another
his other
partner.
girlfriend. But if
But
you're saying cheating, that means that person's a secret, and that's not
right,
okay.
that's the good old poly lifestyle. But that's not poly. If it's poly lifestyle,
That's
then
not
you're
poly.
cheating.
That means
You
that
you
means it's
only
secret.
you only have
That's
intimate relationship with the people in your
that's the good
poly.
old double life. That's a
Yeah,
double life,
because in a
Malik. There's a
poly,
difference.
everybody knows about each other. There's
Yeah.
no
Exactly.
surprise. It's not like, hey,
Right.
who's this?
Y'all over here talking about Everett. Y'all going back and forth over the Everett statement.
Just like
Everett know
Armadillo.
what the hell
I
he
can't.
doing.
All right, y'all, check it out. So we have been on here for like
2 hours.
2 whole hours,
Yeah,
and
This
so
one was
been real.
good, Sam.
this
This
is
one was
probably one of the longest podcasts we've had in quite a while. This is the I guess we're gonna be having one super long one a month. I don't know, but it's been real, y'all.
Yeah, it's been really refreshing,
It's
Thank
having
been
y'all
people
for
else
really
on the
letting
real,
me
and
invite
podcast.
your party.
there have been so many comments, and we really appreciate all the participation. Shantae, thank you so
Yes, we appreciate you,
very
Shante.
much for
Appreciate it.
tapping in.
Thank
Because
you.
you really added a whole lot of spice to the
I need
conversation. We
another.
absolutely appreciate it. We're sorry that E couldn't join us, but
Yeah, right.
Shantae
Don't worry, I
was a great.
represented us men well, us
Did
Yep,
male
you?
minority, the male minority in here.
Did
you
you?
did,
This
and E,
one man army.
you be alright. You'll be alright. You held it
The
down.
ladies ganged up on me. They gave me a
Whatever, y'all do
whooping.
that to me every week. It's all
One
good.
statement, Malik. It was just that one statement.
Yeah, for sure. So much
Exactly.
salt.
So y'all, please make sure you tap in with us. We have our next podcast going to be dropping on Saturday at 1 o'clock, and make sure you tap in with us every single Wednesday at 8:30 right here on the Counterpoise podcast. At 8:30, I think I said that. If you want to follow me, you can follow me at
Oh yeah, let me
Samantha
type mine.
ESQ Counterpoise right here on IG and on Facebook, and make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that jazz on YouTube. Everett's not here, but we're gonna hold him down. Malik put his thing in the his social in the comment. It's Malik underscore counterpoise, and Everett, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it's CP underscore EV. I think that's what it is.
Yeah,
So
I think
y'all
that's what it
please,
is. CP underscore.
yeah, y'all make sure y'all tap in, like, share, subscribe, follow, tell a friend, and keep on coming. If y'all want to hear us talk about something, make sure y'all go ahead, let us know, comment, all that stuff.
Say I'm back
DM
next week with the thunder. Okay.
with the thunder. Okay.
All right,
You
guys.
Yeah.
better, you better be back with the thunder. Don't be
Yeah,
over
happy
here
Women's
purring like
History
a
Month in
kitten. You
advance,
better be
ladies.
growling like a tiger. All right, y'all. We love y'all. It's been real. It's CP underscore EV. Yep, we got you, E. All
Yeah,
right,
we got
thanks,
it.
y'all.
All right, guys.
Bye, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.